just on paper, my name is Bradley Hunter, and this is our group. We have Matthew, Camille, also Mike, Spencer, and Uncle Mike. Playing tonight. Gus is again missing this evening as he's got unfortunately lesser important things to do that he just had to do anyway. Anyway, last session we left our group in the Tower of Zendrelda. They had to travel through the Gnarley Forest and not encountering, observing, I should say, really, an encampment of orcs, meeting an interesting ranger that was passing through of the Gnarley Forest, named Jaru, before finally coming upon Zendrelda's tower. Very unusual, quirky, on-the-edge mad woman who was building a very, very tall tower that was incomplete at the moment, reportedly as a lighthouse. Get to that later. As they initially approached, they heard some screaming coming from inside this tower, and before long, they were involved in a chase within the tower at Zendrelda's request, chasing down a large dog, basically, that was mostly fleshless and had red glowing eyes, and they couldn't kill. It was the creature that they were tasked to get in the transaction that had started in divers, and ended up in court, with this frick of birds to trade for this creature to be brought back to Greyhawk, or brought to Greyhawk, to Lord Henway's menagerie to join it in that case. So they couldn't hurt the creature. They had to somehow manage to get this thing back in the box. It had somehow escaped in the time that it had been under Zendrelda's care. And it took a little bit of effort. Someone died. Tent was used in a unique way. Rope, a mage hand. You do the math. They finally were able to get this thing under control.
We bagged it.
Although, yeah, bagging it with their injuries, bringing up their fallen comrade, and finally getting it into the box and secured by 4 locks and 1 key.
I wonder if it fell in that situation.
You're 2 for 2, my friend.
Yeah,
It doesn't count. It doesn't count if you get right back up.
that's fair.
You're a ranger. It's
She
expected.
brought me back up immediately both times.
No, I think it was
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia last
Oh,
time.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
So the trade was completed, and things settled down at that point. Zendrelda offered the group a place to stay for the night, warm food, comfy blankets on the floor in front of the hearth, a bonus of healing potions with a kick. Was not fully explained.
That's right.
For each one of them, and then a late night ghost story about her vision of more to come and seas that would rise so high that in this place so far from the coast of the Night Island, she had to build a 300-foot lighthouse in the near future. It was incomplete and only about 100 feet high as you arrived, so looks like there's a bit of work to be done. It says it could happen within the next decade. Who knows? Whether it's just the ramblings of an old, not quite old at this point, mad sorceress, or old visions. We'll see. But as we settle into the evening with Twig climbing up into the trees outside, overlooking the horses, and just keeping an eye on the surrounding terrain during the night as the rest of the group slept indoors. Zendrelda going up the stairs to take her rest in assumingly her room, one of her rooms above the alchemy lab that she has up there. The night proceeds with no threats, no concerns, other than typical wilderness sounds. as we settle into night's rest and spring evening. And with that, I'd like Wig roll a perception for her watch.
I am also outside. You moved me inside.
Oh, you were
But I
outside.
did
Where
stay
did you go
on the
outside?
porch. I just sat on the porch.
Okay, so you're sitting on the porch the entire night?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
good. So you're on the. Go ahead and put yourself on the porch. Then.
Yes,
He
I did.
did.
I did.
And so Twig, and go ahead and.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay.
What
I thought he was going to make me roll and then yell at me.
That's plenty.
That's okay. He's got time.
All right. Okay, you can barely see Twig there on the map. We rotate a little bit. A little bit. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Good. So as you're, this is about midpoint in the evening. At some point you'll drift off in your rest, but that point hasn't come yet. And you hear movement through the forest, coming down that same path. You and the rest of the group had come down just the day before, or earlier that day, for that matter. And it sounds like several big moving through the forest in your direction in the dark. And there's kind of a grumbling that you can hear, a few voices going back and forth as they approach closer and closer. With that net 20, you have an idea that they're probably only about 100 feet or so into the forest, coming in your direction. What are you doing?
I am going to scurry down the tree onto the porch. If Olson is asleep, I'm gonna kick. Is he awake? I'm gonna kick him and say, "Company's coming," and then
It's late. Oh,
we're.
sleep.
I'm gonna go inside and wake everybody else up too.
Okay. Now, Zendrelda's not downstairs. She's upstairs.
So should we remove her mini from the downstairs?
So she's upstairs right now. Do you want to leave her sleeping?
No, I would like to wake her up. I've heard the orcs, right? Do I think that this is the same sound as
you don't know
orcs?
for sure they're orcs, but they're not.
Is it the same
not
kind
either.
of grumbling I
Well,
heard
what's
them
his name
talking?
told her they were
or-
orcs.
Yeah,
Right.
it sounds very similar. That kind of strange guttural.
If it walks like an orc and it sounds like an orc,
Yeah. She's gonna yell to everyone to wake them up as she's on her way up the stairs to wake up Zendrelda and tell her that she thinks her company's here early.
I have an arm and a leg over you. I just
She's the only one with the brick of spice, so she needs to get her ass up.
As you're moving up the stairs,
make a dexterity
you
saving.
you see the archery, the alchemy. Archery. You see the alchemy lab and another door leading, or another stairway leading up to another door. There's a few candles on in the alchemy chamber. Do you want to continue up to find her?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And when you get to that door, it's closed. What do you do?
I'm going to knock. And I'm going to say very loudly, well, I'm going to bang, and I'm going to say very loudly, Zendrelda, Mistress, Your Highness, I think your company is here early. Can you come out, please?
Oh, there you're already. How unexpected. Now, just to I guess casting had a didn't quite get the memo, and so this right here is what orcs really look like in this world. These other big hulking things are your typical Warcraft type orcs.
Those little guys look easier to
those
kill.
little Dinner dudes or
is that what they look like you?
with the pig faces or
Oh yeah, we said they were like macabots, right?
Yeah, moblins.
Moblins.
and a
Macabots
few
and kobolds.
You can stop any.
Yeah. Just because you have them doesn't mean they have to be.
We are level 1.
Oh my
This
god.
lower level. Yeah, you don't have windows in this lower level. You do have the door, which is closed right now. Olsen's outside. you hear the tunk.
Well, the ritual's gonna happen to be falling.
Yep.
Those look like bugbears.
Da-da-da.
The meat.
Oh my god, this one.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You're about to get locked out of the door there.
He's just lanky.
Yeah.
So as they're emerging from the forest,
What do you do?
You're talking to
Hide.
Zendrelda.
Hide?
Oh, okay, no, I'll be right down.
Said, good time to bring your spices down, please.
Oh yes, I've been wanting that, I'm sure. I can't wait. She's very excited.
Sure.
Oh, good.
So Alton, you're outside. These, one of them is clearly a shaman type.
Okay.
He's kind of just coming forward. He's got his leading the group mostly. The rest of them look very brutish and thuggish. Just kind of grumbling, looking at you, kind of tapping their swords and their axes against their palms as they come forward. The shaman just kind of looking forward with his staff, just looking sternly in your direction. Kind of very. As soon as he sees you, his face just changes from this passive, walking through the woods, expecting to see Zendrelda's tower, not to see you standing on the porch, and they all just stop.
I will stand up. Bruggy's going in the barrel. But I will answer with, right, greetings, gentlemen. I didn't quite understand whatever that is that you said. However, I'm assuming you're here for business with Zendrelda, right? I can go get her if you want. And I'll start to just slink back towards the door.
Just yell as loud as he can.
And can I just open it and slink inside before anything happens?
I mean, he's not like coming. He's just standing there,
That's fine.
and angrily,
I'm not dying again.
and he's just giving you these daggers, just between you and him, as he watches you angrily, go inside. And Zendrelda, very quickly, she's like, "Oh, sorry!" She comes running down the stairs, and you see she has the brick of Calvanthus in her hand. Oh, he's here! He's here! It's Gruggle! I'm coming! Let's play D&D!
Oh, good. Krugle's here.
It's like the joy of someone like,
Noodle Kruggle.
is this about to become a party?
I love Noodle
It's
Krugle. It's my favorite Krugle.
Yeah.
So, the orcs are outside.
Yes, they are. Thank goodness.
This is how
Outside.
orcs are made.
She's like, don't worry, everything's fine, relax. I'll tell them you're not here.
No, I was asleep on the porch. They told me.
I'm just going to
You told us we had a lot of time before they get here, and that's not really,
hold on one moment. I'll smooth it all over the door. And she whisks herself out the door. She seems rather excited.
Can we hide this this
in a
chest
box.
somewhere? Yeah, but can we hide it
Oh, yeah.
somewhere?
Oh yeah.
It's just a box.
We can push it under the
Push it
stairs.
back under the stairs or something.
Yeah. How about the people? Anyone strong?
Throw a blanket.
It's heavy, but
They're orcs. Throw a blanket over it.
if you wanted to try and push it over the stone floor, you can.
You want to try to push it under the stairs?
Yeah, let's push it under the
I
stairs.
think Philadelphia will
throw
help you.
a blanket, couple blankets.
Yeah.
Oh
under
yes, I
it.
can help. Thanks.
Sure.
Sorry.
We'll try to
Oh.
push it under the staircase.
Okay,
So look.
so it's like you can hear it moving over the pavement. or
Oh,
something.
we're scraping the
It's just
floors. Oh god.
loudly, and Zendrelda's outside. Oh, it's so good to see you. And then he's like, let's speak in the common tongue, please. All right, yes. Yes. You don't need to be jealous. Just guess. Don't worry. Everything's fine. So, I've got what you are here for. I didn't expect you so soon. And she just rushes over and she gives him a big hug. The rest of the orcs are like, they're just like looking away, looking down. Not at all in their normal behavior, what you would expect from orcs, as they're suddenly kind of like embarrassed. If an orc could be embarrassed.
Orcs have to come from somewhere. So.
Yeah.
It's like watching your parents get it on.
And then there's this shaman. He's like,
That's the reason why some of them look
Makes-
different.
makes a play at brushing her off a little bit, but not really, you know. And then she separates and she's like, oh, it's so good to see you. I do all these guests to be leaving soon, so you know, I've got an idea. And he hasn't said a word. It's like, his face is relaxed now. It's not as angry and suspicious and as it was when he first saw Olsen. Are you guys like, are you finally moving this thing? Okay,
Yeah.
and he's like looking around her once in a while.
Is there an upside down pineapple on the outside of this?
If there's a window I
It's
can reach,
still
your
red
wrist is
light.
just at the top, like peeking out.
No, not on the first
You want to go
floor.
to the second floor to
But you
get
can,
the
you can
window?
open the door if you want. So
I'm
okay.
I am
Scooby doing it.
out of
All four of us.
I'm using my mage hand to help them push the box.
Okay.
10 pounds of force.
Yeah.
Hey, take
Occasionally it gives directions. It's like,
You hear the shaman. What's that? Oh, it's nothing. Just moving some things around. You know how it is. I have some guests, and so I put them to work. I don't have you here at the moment, so to help. I'm done now, of course. But there you let them do it. If had we'll be leaving soon. I was thinking, maybe you take them with you, guide them to where they need to go out of the forest safely, whichever way they want to go. You know, if you're going east, or if you're going to the high road to the east, or west to the high road, or if you're going to the Loxwell Manor, which will take them to Greyhawk. Either way, perhaps you could just escort them safely to the destination. No.
Good.
Gruggle? Gruggle? Why would you do this to me? For me? Alright. Yeah, looks back at the other orcs, who seem not to really understand the conversation that's going on between these two. They don't speak the language, or maybe they're just like in some trouble and just looking away, you know, pretending that you can't see them anymore. You know? So, they're being very, just involved in this bubble of strange spirit. Then you should meet them, please. I'll bring them out. I know you're not comfortable coming in when there's others around, so I'll bring them out. You got them now.
Hello, my friends. It's so nice to be meeting you.
You see an arm reach out and try to grab you. No, I assume you're fast as the wind.
Yeah, that's true.
Who comes out?
Yours is first. He's like,
Oh.
hello.
I'll come out. You can
Okay.
take me out too.
This is most exciting. We get to learn the customs of orc friends.
fuck no.
No? Alright, so you're just here.
I say fuck really loudly.
Sitting
and
on
I
the
also
box.
come out.
What is Philadelphia doing?
The orcs have are
Probably staying in
full-
the box for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're fully at attention now with you guys coming out.
Hello.
I
Staring
look
at you.
unarmed.
Well, each one of you just sizing you up, and you see them talking to each other, quietly, as if they're discussing, you know, what paltry threat that you might be to their, you know, their towering orcish. The shaman himself, kind of bringing that face back to, wasn't quite happy talking with Zendrelda, but now a lot more stern as you come out. You see him sigh. This is Gruggle and his friends. Oh, by the way, here's the Calmathras that you're here for. One of the things, anyway, I'm sure. Want everyone to be nice. Gruggle and his patrol are ready to take you either west to the high road that will take you up to Divers, or you can take the way back the way you came and to the woods, or if you'd like to go to the Lockwell mansion to the east, which is around a really more direct way to get you to Greyhawk, then there's that way as well. And with their protection, everything should be fine.
This is excellent news, my friends. Borax! Philadelphus, come! We have new orc friends that we are going to travel with.
This is not going to go well.
Trig is gonna lean over and whisper to Figaro and Olsen, remember, there are rangers hunting these orcs in the woods.
So to give you some perspective as to the ways that she was suggesting you could go, if we look at the map here, Zendrelda's Tower, directly to the west is the high road, and that would take you through the settlement of Calderon and then up to Divers. Or you could go back the way you came through the forest on the hunter's route or the game trail. Or if you wanted to get a little bit closer to Greyhawk, they could take you directly east over here toward the Lockswell Manor, where there are good roads and take you out of the forest, and then directly.
And the eventual destination is City of Greyhawk proper.
If you're going to take, if you plan to take the creature that you have in the box to Lord Hill.
If we want to do our job, then our destination is Greyhawk.
Right, that last one seemed.
I'm not a fan of open waters.
That probably seems the most direct, but it also keeps us in these woods a while. It looks like the safest route would be short trip back to the high road, and then you've got roads all the way to Greyhawk. It's just going to take a lot longer. But I'm not there because I'm not stupid enough to go out and meet the orcs.
Remember, you were introduced, though.
Yeah.
Mr. Gruggle, what is Lockswell Manor? I am your friend Eurus, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
It's a
Oh,
house.
it's a house. It's a large house with a settlement all around it.
Okay.
It's the property of Lord and Lady Oxman. He's basically a woodsman type that is responsible for protecting that part of the Gnarley Forest.
Do we think we should go there, friends? It would be the quickest way to Greyhawk.
Quickest route is that keeps us not in the company of these orcs for too long. Is the
We don't want to wear out our welcome.
direction that we should go. I didn't say that to where you could hear. I'm whispering it.
You didn't say that.
Okay.
That's so funny. That's funny. That's funny. He's joking. Yeah, of course we'd be pleased for your safe passage to. Where are we going? Where did we decide?
Well, we are discussing, I think Lockswell Manor is the quickest way, and with them being our friends on the road, or lack of road, we would be safe.
Or we could take the short way to the high road, because we do have a horse with... You see these wheels? I point to a car with wheels. Those
yes.
they don't like the ground.
That's
like
true.
This.
It
They
will
don't
be
like
hard.
rough
It will be
ground.
much harder to get through the woods at the
Figaro
horse.
is right.
All right, high road it is. I vote high road.
So long as our esteemed company is willing to take us for for the lovely guest. We've been guests of this lovely woman, and we wouldn't want to infringe on her hospitality.
And we certainly wouldn't impose on you for very long. And just to the high road, and then you guys can do whatever it is that you prefer to do.
Both both Zendrelda and the shaman seem to be listening intently. Zendrelda just kind of keeps shrugging and looking over it at Gruggle. And any direction that you discuss, he doesn't look any happier than the other. But he does say one thing, and when you're talking about going to the Loxwell Manor, he does mutter one word to Zendrelda. What do you do, sir? Oh, I'm sure she won't be. Will you know how to sneak by, yes? Hmm. You don't know time! What?
It seems that route puts our friends in danger, so maybe we should go with Fig Roast then.
She said sneak by. I don't think we're sneaking by with a group of orcs and two horses pulling a cart with a dead dog in it.
Sorry, a dead dog in it.
Well, so what would you like to do? Gruggle likes to make a plan, you know?
We'll trot to the high road, I'd say.
To the high road then. Will that be satisfactory, Gruggle? So you want to get started right away? There hasn't been much rest, but you know. You're traveling. Oh no.
Sounds great.
Can I insult check Gruggle?
What are you gonna insult him for?
Just if it seems like he's agreeing to then kill us in 5 minutes, he's actually gonna try to lead
Roll
us
insight.
to the 3.
Yes.
He wouldn't do
Can I
that
do
to
an insight
Zendrelda.
check to see if his thirst for her is greater than his thirst for blood?
I want to ask questions, but I don't get us killed.
Yes, that is 21.
Wow, that's pretty good. It's pretty much on par.
Awesome.
I mean,
Really rolling the dice on
he
that
can go
one.
either way, depending on the situation. But that's definitely has a. There's definitely something going on with activities.
Okay.
All right, so we'll have to travel at night with you the rest during the day, because that's how orcs are. I know. Which will be back in like 4 or 5 days, right? Is you? Back in 3 or 4 days. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, they're carrying a large box. Could you have a couple of your brutes? Sorry, you don't like me to use that terminology. Your well-developed fellows carry the box for them. See the little tiny little human and elf people? They don't. There's a dwarf too, but he's fairly stocky. On a smaller side for a dwarf. Maybe your fellows could carry the box for them a bit. Yes, I mean they have a cart, but I don't know how easy it is. You can carry the cart too. It won't slow you down.
We'll put it in a cart. We'll take care of that.
Right? The way you're going is directly through the forest. There's no path to the high road from here, so it'll have to all be carried. Nothing's going to roll. Even the horses are going to have some difficulty getting through. They'll have to cut the way a bit. I'll make it worth it, don't worry.
We can't take the cart?
We can take it. We just have to carry it.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we've got all these strapping young
Take cart.
men.
And you see a couple of big guys over, and 3 of them, and lift the cart, and snapping it from its ivy that's growing all over it, and putting it up on their shoulders, one behind the other, and then just walking back to the rest of the group.
Oh, we do have to put the chest on it first, I think.
They're going
No,
to
we
carry
don't.
the chest
Never
for
mind.
us, I believe, they said.
And then 2 others begin to walk toward the front door of the tower.
Friends,
Inside!
friends, the orcs are coming inside. They are friends.
You
I
see
see you're
the
sitting
door open, and 2 orcs walking inside, and immediately stop when they see you and
Phil.
Philadelphia.
Oh, this is in there.
The clean-shaven dwarf.
in the tower. But for a moment,
Is he going to get a
like,
pamphlet?
just
Not yet.
eye to eye. You do.
Hello.
One of them starts to pull his sword.
Not a good idea.
No, they're friends, don't worry. And puts it back reluctantly. And they start to walk Or is there the two?
Are they clean shaven or do they have beards?
It's
Are they clean shaven or do they have beards?
not exactly like beards, more like these tufts of hair.
Klingon beards.
Yeah, pretty much.
You would look better without all that, brother.
They seem to not understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
He says it anyway.
They glance at you and just like shake their heads and they look around.
Nobody's told us what's happening. They just said the orcs were coming inside.
Right, let them know. I help put them in the suitcase. Let them know where the box is. They're going to help us carry it. Unfortunately, the route we're going to go, the cart can't easily carry the box with it. So
Borax and Phil both look at each other,
Yeah.
lift an eyebrow. Get off the box and point.
They walk over.
Our companions are very trusting.
Somebody has to be. I'm not doing it.
And
Our companions will be the power of superior force.
I guess I should. I can't see how strong they look bad.
Do they? What do they look like again? Do they look like
They're more the leader orc. They're not really the.
They look like
They're very
Klingons.
muscular.
Yeah.
it's fine.
They're very muscular, but
Which-
they're not. Yeah, I mean, they're not these hulking creatures that you see in Warcraft. These giant muscles.
How tall are they?
They're about 6 feet. So they're not short. They're tall, but they're lean and muscular, and they don't pick it up easily. Two of them, they kind of have to jog a little bit, and kind of hear inside a little bit of movement, shifting, not movement so much. It's not like the creatures inside, like suddenly moving vigorously because of the movement. It never has done that since you put it in the box. But you can kind of hear it shifting and then one of them drops the side of it, and then they start to go back and forth, pick it back up, and then slowly start to walk it out the door until everybody's outside.
We'll follow.
Yeah.
At that point, a couple of other orcs come over and help them with it to make it easier, and they pretty much prop it up on their shoulders, carrying it out. Actually, they spend a little bit of time with some direction from the shaman, putting ropes around it, so that four of the orcs can carry it, on 2 on each side with these ropes, and they got 2 of the other ones carrying the smallish cart. So it takes 6 of their number just to carry their luggage, basically. And then you have the horses.
I'm so glad we didn't kill the orcs.
Twig will go get the horses ready.
And at that point, the orcs just drop the box.
Yeah.
And Gruggle, you just see him go, to Zendrelda. Oh yes, the horses! The horses can carry the box! Yes, this is a good idea. And they immediately take this box. They can't put the cart on the horse. They can take the box and put it on one of the drafts, and they just start lashing it on. The horse is like kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
Are you
And
gonna?
2 of them have to like hold it forcefully.
I can help calm them.
You gonna try it?
Yeah.
All right, animal handling.
Use your animal handling.
Come on, Ranger.
It's the second. That's the same roll from the first thing I
You
rolled.
got a range, Ranger.
That's a 5.
Do you have animal friendship?
By these orcs that are manhandling it.
Do I technically have advantage because we're in forest?
Not quite.
It's a wisdom check.
I mean, yeah, I would say okay. You're outside.
That's
There's
worse.
forest all around you. So.
It's worse.
Wow.
4.
Oh, jeez,
I
Louise.
told you before, horses are not my thing. All right.
What is your thing again?
I don't know.
Borax is going to go try and calm down the horse.
Yeah, frogs.
Frogs, amphibians,
Is it
small
animal
creatures.
12.
Very
little bit
specific
of success.
abilities.
But it takes some time for them to get this thing strapped. Some bucking and some heaving and some quick movements. They almost have to like hold the thing down to get it strapped up with this box. When they finally do, the orc's just like, and they walk away, just in disgust. And they look at all of you to lead the animals.
Yep, that's fair.
I'll lead one of the horses.
You can lead the horse?
I'll lead.
Oh,
them.
lead a horse. Okay. All right.
No, don't lead the
Who's gonna
horse.
lead the horse?
You're going to lead the one with the box?
A box.
I'll lead the one with the box.
I'll climb on the other one.
As an old man.
He's not old.
He's been piloting the horse.
Does he look?
He looks old, but he's not old. You can't really.
Let's see if I
Did he get in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I put an extra base on him, so he's a little.
He's a little basic.
He's a little.
Yep. He's a little thick.
Okay. I will miss you all, and I wish you all the best of luck. And Gruggle, I expect to see you soon. I look forward to our re-engagement on our philosophical discussions and on all of that. I'm sure you'd like love to hear more about my wondrous visions that you seem to be so enthralled with. In any case, very well. And bid give Lord Henway my best. I'm sure I'll have something new for him again. Perhaps he'll send you to retrieve it. Who knows? Goodbye. She goes, go ahead.
Lord Henway, do we know who that is?
We know that's what we're delivering this to.
It's our
I am absolutely not.
I grew up outside of Greyhawk.
I grew up in Greyhawk.
All right, so the two of you would know him well. He's a.
Oh yeah.
I will assume you had this discussion at some point, but Lord Henway is an old adventurer that came upon a lot of treasure and wealth during his time adventuring, that he has sunk into this menagerie.
Ah.
And the menagerie includes this massive aviary. It's like a cone, and it has all kind of wondrous creatures inside. And then an outdoor zoo that's covered, and it's like it's such a strange building. It looks like it's been. For those of if having grown up there, you will have seen it grow over time, getting larger and larger and larger and larger. And you're aware that they have that Lord Henway is planning this huge new exhibition that's going to be subterranean, underneath the ground, to display the wondrous, strange, odd, dangerous creatures of the subterranean world. And that those are some of the things that he's been collecting. Plus, he always collects new and unusual animals and beasts and creatures and strange things that somehow he's able to control. And not, he hasn't had too many guests. To the menagerie that have been consumed by them. Not too many have escaped.
Yes.
He
I
has
heard
had some issues with the oligarchy and the mayor of Greyhawk and some of his positions consuming citizenry, but those are days gone by, and it's a very, very, very popular attraction.
He's got a tabaxi in a cage, doesn't he?
Not yet.
Well, there's actually that are in Greyhawk, so it's not,
You're right, Saratoga.
That wouldn't be very kosher.
That's right.
So that's how you know. And Lady Henway is right at his side the whole time. She's a typical lady of the realm and so forth. Both of them nobles, well thought of. Okay, so that's kind of cliff notes on Henway. So she gives him a big hug. Shaman a big hug. And he just wants, I'm not embarrassing you. Don't worry. You didn't say it the other day. A week or two. Anyway, I expect you back soon. She just stumbled.
Thank you, Zendrelda.
Bye-bye! They were locked. Bolted. And you're there with the orcs. Gruggle just, for a long moment, just stares in disgust at all of you. Damn it! Don't kill them. We go. And he starts to lead you into the wood. Now,
Same rules should probably apply to us. Let's not kill our hosts.
Fair
Of
enough.
course not.
Absolutely not.
so let's go ahead and get the tower off the map. And you guys can put yourselves into a marching order. The same situation applies going through the Gnarley Forest toward the west as when you were going toward the tower, in which you still have these towering trees, and if you want to, you could certainly, at least, travel among the limbs higher above if you choose to. It's up to you.
If you choose to do that, I'll see if I can lead the horses.
Yeah, let's trade. I wanna
I can watch.
I would
do
like
a little scouting for.
Yep.
I'd like to stay close to the money, or the horses, or the
Whoa. Yeah.
Sorry, I said the quiet part out loud.
Should you ever not want to be up, I can always go ahead or be in the trees. Or
You're gonna be using.
I just figure that there may
Calm
be
down a
some.
horse.
that's
Yeah.
fair. That's true. I don't know.
I might keep an eye
I do
out
not
for
know
any.
what to do with being guarded by orcs. It's a very strange.
Well, this is a good opportunity for us to learn more about their culture.
That sure. Yeah.
It's
I
good,
guess.
a good point.
This is certainly a story to tell. Or not, if I want to live.
I am not leaving Gruggle alone the whole journey, by the way. I am walking side by side.
Here's new BFF.
I want to learn all about him. I want to learn how he met Zendrelda.
Exactly. You want their love story.
I
Huh?
need to.
I knew it's not a want, it's a necessity, okay?
Literally 3 minutes into that walk, he's like, "Don't talk. Stop. Talk."
Talk. You mean talk quieter?
I will pull
No,
yours
talk.
back because it's not like bothering one of us, and I'll be like, he will stab you. It's not going to be like just a polite question the second time.
No,
It's going to be a sword in your throat. So why don't we come back here?
you don't understand. On the streets, when I used to perform, people would act like they were annoyed with me, but I could tell they were just rough around the edges and they just wanted someone to be their friend and talk to them.
That's on the street, right? That's like, they're not going to give you problems other than maybe like, you duke it out for a second. He'll just
Yes.
kill you.
Oh,
He's not, it's not going to be quite a discussion or fisticuffs. Why don't you stay back here,
okay.
do your thing?
I do not want to be a nuisance.
May I be a little bit ahead of everybody?
Yeah, you can put yourself wherever you like.
Well, Twig's gonna go up to the trees, but before she does, she's gonna
I am
make her rounds
that
to
money part.
all of her people and kind of whisper to them, remember, bears may be friends,
All right.
and I'm going to keep a lookout for friendly birds
Do you have a
in the
stand
tree.
for her since she-
Oh yeah, it was right here.
It was right there. I don't know where now.
It was eaten.
Probably at the end of the map.
But Twig's
Oh,
whole
okay.
objective is to make sure that she can try and find Jaru or any of his buddies who may be looking for these orcs before they shoot first.
Okay.
Basically, just to
And
make
ask
sure we are not
questions
ambushed.
later.
I'll be with you, I guess, since you pulled me back.
Sure, I then went up front.
Then you pull me forward.
Yeah, walk up front with him. Have fun.
All right.
Um,
Where would Philadelphia stay? They'd probably just put it back.
Which-
Philadelphia would be close to.
So, yeah, the orcs are
the
basically
shaman.
in front and behind. They don't seem to. Every time they get close to the horses, they get really skittish, and so they kind of give them room. So they don't walk beside the horses. On front and behind, and you have Gruggle, who's all the way up in front as well, and he's moving shockingly well through the forest, keeping up with them, and even with his, just kind of his plodding movements with his staff that uses almost like a, support cane, but moves right as quickly as the rest of them.
Technically, I should be helping everybody get through now because they're part of our group.
And they're not making any attempt to be quiet. They're just kind of like plunging through the, cutting down branches and, any foliage that gets in the way, just wrecking through the flora, not worrying about the trail that they leave or anything like that. So,
Gruggle.
Yes, I'm Gruggle.
No see night.
Gruggle.
Torch. No see night. Torch.
On the horse.
Staying on my horse.
I am right next to the horse too. I am also blind. Well, not blind, but it's fucking dark outside.
So basically, it indicates if you can't see, stick with the horses.
I have.
What I'm doing.
That's what we did instinctively.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm holding your hand though because I can't see you.
No, that makes sense. I thought about it and I was like, I don't know where I'm going, so that wouldn't make sense.
He seems reluctant to allow for any light, even though
Understood. That's why I asked.
moving without, without any concern for stealth.
I like to think that Philadelphia is as true to his many, so we just walk. Fire.
No. So they did, the night was half over already. None of you really got a full rest.
Yeah, I'm almost dead because of that.
Did we take a short rest?
Did he get?
Yeah, you can certainly
So you can roll
Yeah.
your
take
good
short
die at
rest
least.
if you wanted. During that time, you can go ahead and apply that to yourself if you wish.
Roll your hit die. If you got hit.
Based on the conversation, you think they probably will stop for the day. At some point,
Mm-hmm.
when it gets light outside. But you know that in this thick forest, the actual extent of daytime, even though if they were above the trees, day would be a full day, 12 hours or so. But it's because you're within the forest, it stays dark for an additional 2 hours on either side. Most of the time, just your day is shortened quite a bit. But also found them camping in the night. Just the night. So
They were using the
Anything-
last of their calamanthus that night.
you guys got your safe self set. What were you within a basic march order?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they'll probably come up a little bit closer than that. And so I'll bring that a little bit.
Ooh, can I have one of those?
Yes.
What flavor is that?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut
Hazelnut
still.
again.
Last one.
Aw, thank you.
No,
Remember, we
thank
know
you.
you like food, so
No,
we make sure you
thank
can't eat it.
Yeah,
I'm
We're
only
good
bringing nut
friends.
stuff from now on.
that's fair.
All right, his leg is 30 feet up in the
My wife
trees.
does.
Yes.
Just kind of paralleling, or where are you ahead? What,
Still
Just
dinner.
a tiny bit ahead, but
how far?
as far as she'd need to be for it to be a little quieter where she
Like
is, so
about
she
that?
could hear,
30 feet or so?
You want a better
Yeah.
thing so she don't fall.
so I don't fall.
So your meat
She
doesn't
don't
fall off.
fall.
Yeah, it's a more stable base.
Then we'll just throw it up.
So the evening passes relatively uneventful, and aside from their movement and the occasional choppy conversation that one or two may have with others during the time, Gruggle is fairly quiet. Just kind of just moved, almost moving with intent, purpose to like get you to where you're going as quick as possible.
It's got a hot date.
And it's only, I mean, you get about way there before there's enough daylight that the orcs, looking tired from the night's travel, they, without a word to you, they just stop. And there's no clearing. Nothing's been cleared out. They didn't find any place to camp. They just start chopping and clearing everything away immediately. And then they build a fire. And they don't talk to you. They don't offer you anything. One of them begins to do this cooking in a pot, basically throwing all sorts of different kinds of meats and not really vegetables of any kind, but mostly just protein. Something he pulls out of a bag, which is bloody, and just throws it in the pot. With some things some roots and that sort of thing you can find around in the forest that they seem to know exactly where to find.
Have we seen
what
them
is
mess
it?
with the herb bag at all?
You don't, yeah. The
The brick of cocaine.
the shaman that
Are they all
put
high
that
as
away.
shit?
No, they had put that away, and you haven't seen that reemerge.
Ah.
But he carries like a satchel across his chest, and then underneath his robes, where where he put it when he first took it from Zendrelda. And you notice, who saw that? You were there
For what?
when she gave the shaman.
Oh yeah, me, Twig, Olsen, and Figaro. We're all
The only two inside was Borax and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right. So, so what you might have noticed is that there was a piece of twine tightly wrapped around it, and there was a daisy kind of stuck in the twine.
Oh, I want to talk to him.
And he just kind of glanced at it. Eyes kind of shifting over to the others, putting his
Putting a
sack
ball
very
on a
quickly.
cocaine.
With
So
a
there may be a reason he's not pulling it out.
with a 14 perception, do I see if orcs blush?
There's a lot of fur.
As much blushing was going on in that interaction. Yeah, he probably. You probably can see the pinkish, piggy snout base blush quite a bit. So they don't even take the box off the horse.
Yeah, I was gonna start like untying it.
They don't approach the horse at all. But the horse looks like it's pretty freaking wiped out.
I'll help.
Yeah.
Me and Philadelphus will get the box off of the horse.
I'll undo the knots that are keeping this thing on the horse.
Lift it.
So this thing, as big as it is, just as you're fooling with it and trying to get it off the horse, it's just the two of you.
Uh,
Two of you make a dexterity save.
I suppose if we see what they're doing, trying to take it off.
All right, so as you're going,
I'll go
to
help.
them, you guys make a dexterity save.
Oh my God, that's a natural one.
Are you sure that's not a 7?
It's not a 7.
Yeah, that's
He's
a
gonna be dead
Because
again
the
when that
seven's
box
right there.
falls on
But he
him.
said you guys, so you too.
No, I was undoing the knot at the
I
front.
got
I'm in
the
front of the
Yeah,
horse.
that's fine. That's fine. I still need you to make a dexterity save.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Both
I
of
thought
She
I
was
wasn't
doing
sure.
the knot. Me and Philadelphus.
No, you guys.
I wasn't sure. Philadelphia needs to make a save
That's
too.
what I said.
Oh,
Wait.
I didn't declare I was helping, so.
Sorry.
Oh,
That's
you're
right.
over
right.
You're right. You're right.
You're the only one with strength.
There's lots of knots. There's lots.
He's also the slowest one.
If I didn't get
What'd you
it.
roll?
16.
Okay, so you kind of see the thing shifting off the horse, and as it does, it's like the weight just suddenly takes it boom, right down on Olsen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's right on my big toe.
And
That hurts.
he's literally almost crushed by the thing, falling back with this huge thing falling over him, crushing it beneath him. You see Olsen underneath him taking 5
Soft
points of
dirt.
bludgeoning damage.
5 points of damage.
5 points of bludgeoning
I'm
damage.
okay.
You're
And
not-
Unless you can move
Had I not taken a hit, I should have
600
rested.
pounds.
How are you okay?
I had 8 hit points.
Okay, so you're bloodied.
Yeah.
But he's not dead.
All right, that's not okay. But that's not okay.
It's only about 300.
I got
Philadelphia
it.
is gonna
Don't worry.
waddle over there and try to help you get it
Well,
off.
Oh, I know.
if you guys lift it off, I'll pull him out.
I mean, like, if you want to help, it's up to you. But like, you know,
Philadelphia is gonna waddle over. It's not that strong.
Oh,
12.
so it's
Can I
how
assist?
much you can lift.
can I assist?
Oh, yeah,
When you
that's-
try to lift, you just drag
Hit
it
12 strength, and it was 15 times your strength score, Mike?
I thought it was 14. He's 14
So
strength.
I,
14.
I have
I
a
was thinking
9
14.
strength, and my push, drag, lift is 270. It's on the
Okay,
character
he's
sheet.
I can lift
14
190.
strength, so he's got it.
Yeah.
I have a strength score of 13.
But between the two of them, they're able to kind of shift it off of you.
Ah,
The orcs are just standing
Right.
there, like shaking their heads.
You know,
You don't laugh.
Thank you for the help, gentlemen.
you know why that happened, brother.
Don't give me some religious bullshit.
He saved your life, and you turned your back on
You
him.
know what?
It's not too late.
This is not the time. You need to work on your moments, and your timing's better, my friend.
I think the moment where you were almost crushed to death was a
When
good
you
one.
saved my life, that was a great moment. That was a good moment. This was my fault. This was no doing.
I'm going to make sure the horses are picketed where they can eat.
Okay.
Give them some water, and I'm going to
Did
curl up between the two of them and go to
Two
sleep.
horses.
Did Gruggle notice me struggle?
Oh, they all laughed at you,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna go talk to him, but now I don't want to.
Yeah, actually, he's the one that's like, you know, like yelling at them to be quiet. You know, because obviously he doesn't want anything to break out between his guys and you,
Right.
your group.
Can I go sit next to him?
Well, before you do that,
Why? You can just sitting idly by the fire at this point.
Well, we're about to rest.
Nice big
I want to make sure in case we get attacked.
Oh, okay.
At some point, if
9
we're
hit points.
about to rest, Twig
Perfect.
Twig will ask Olsen to join her up in the trees at some point.
Sure.
Go to it.
For a little bit, I want to sit next to Gruggle.
Okay, Gruggle is just sitting there enjoying the fire
Sure.
as the orcs are completing the stew. As you come over, Gruggle looks at you very apprehensively
Mm-hmm.
and just nods to a few wooden bowls that have been tossed on the ground next to the fire, basically indicating that if you want to get food for yourself, you can.
Sure. I'd like to take a little bit.
Okay.
I want to like sit next to him and just start with, you know, I've always had a modicum of respect for your
You're a no.
Yeah.
Just clarifying.
Okay, I was like, yeah.
No, he didn't say that.
No, okay. I want to be like, I've always had a modicum of respect for your kind as a man of loving nature, and the way your lack of waste in using it yourselves and resources. I think it's respectable how you live off the land.
He's not even looking at you.
Not at all.
No, he's just like,
Okay.
you can tell, I mean, you're right next to him, he can hear you. But
Sure.
You're like,
Sure.
you're like avoiding looking at you, but you
Okay.
continue if you like.
And I just wanna say, and I thank you for showing me and my companions the way through these woods. I understand it's not in maybe your favorite interest, but I want you to know it is appreciated and respected. Anyway, thank you for the food. I'll leave you to your rest for the day. That's all. I'm getting
Size is trademark sign. No speak coming.
Well, clearly you do a little bit. That's all right, my friend. That's all right. Whether you do very well or not, I appreciate it. And I'll reach my hand out to shake his hand.
He gives you kind of a glance and just nods.
Right, got it. Understood. Thank you, sir. And I will go join Twig up the trees.
Can Philadelphus make a perception check just to see if any of them have any sort of religious attire or symbols or any holy symbols?
Sure.
16.
Yeah. The orcs, the regular orcs, it's kind of hard to tell. They don't seem to be openly wearing any sort of a symbol. The Gruggle does seem to have some sort of holy symbol, perhaps.
Just got one eye on it.
No,
Grummish.
hanging from. It's like hanging like an amulet, but it's not anything that looks valuable. It's like almost a handcrafted thing, bone and so forth. Specifically, what it looks like.
It's just someone's femur. Just dang.
Yeah.
Well, Philadelphus rolled with his +1 to religion a 10.
That's hilarious, actually.
A 10 on religion.
Yeah.
Well, he's very hyper focused.
Focused on one. He doesn't care about the other ones.
No, it's just a little bit too obscure for that role.
Sure, a lot is too obscure for him.
You can't even make out exactly what this symbol is.
Can you make out that they have beards or mustaches?
Yeah, they had like the
They have like little fur tops.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
I think they're shaving with their blades.
So,
it's a shame because it would be so perfect for them.
but you do get the impression that it's actually good. As you look at it, what'd you roll with?
Religion was a 10, perception was a 16.
Okay, so the perception, it kind of looks like a claw.
Okay. He's just gonna sidle up to Gruggle at some point and just very slowly, while whatever he's doing with his hands, will just kind of put a pamphlet, tuck it in his hand, and I can tell you don't want to be bothered right now, but if you have any questions, we'll talk. Think about it. And he'll just sort of step away.
Like the Simpsons push me.
That used to start the next fire.
Work toilet paper.
Goes right in the fire.
Yeah.
I choose to fail a perception check.
Then, like, if we have a moment, I pull over Eurus because it looks like you're not really doing anything.
He's throwing like pebbles at a tree and catching them in his hand.
Yeah, so you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Reach into my bag, pull out like a normal deck of cards.
Yes.
You look like you were trying to play last night. Do you know how to play?
No. Would you like to teach me?
Cards are kind of my thing, so the fact that you're with me and you don't know what I pull out a random, you don't know
I
what
hug
this
you.
is. Oh my god, no.
Thank you. I feel like no one ever wants to hang out or do anything. Everybody has their own little, very focused, but I want to learn about our party. I want us to be best friends.
You know, I really like the energy.
Uh-huh.
It's good to have friends.
Yes.
The fact that you do only talk about yourself makes you, every time you try to talk about someone else, you tell us your backstory.
I go hardcore.
You're sleeping between the horses.
Yeah. Every time. I appreciate it, but I have heard about the flowers and the
That's not
meditation.
true because I know that Olsen was abandoned by his family. Or exiled.
That's the kind of
Same
thing you
thing.
don't talk about.
Oh, we don't talk. Oh, you're
you
just saying
don't.
don't say that.
He
I'm
told
not
you.
with you. I'm out
Yeah.
of game saying that.
You're-
wrong. That's not what I told you.
Yeah.
I said that I chose to leave.
Took notes.
Yeah, but that's what you said.
You
That's
left
what he heard.
family.
Yes.
It's the difference between
He
what you
willingly left his family.
Almost the exact opposite
Yeah.
of exile.
Yes.
So
My comment is not so good.
So this is what an ace, and then I go
Yeah.
I go through the basics of what the deck of cards are. That was a natural one, or
No, it was a 7.
Okay.
I got a 7 on my intelligence check to try to comprehend what Figaro was trying to teach me. I'm still holding the cards the wrong way.
I'm gonna just roll deception just to see if I can look like I'm impressed. Yes, that's like a fucking 22.
I'm not inciting you.
I know, but I look like. But other people think that I look like I'm
Read his
teaching
perception,
patient.
By the way, just remember it's daylight.
That is weird.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
But you guys have been exhausted. I mean, you basically walked through the forest all night after a fight with a skeletal dog, demon thing, and so I imagine you don't have too much trouble in the sleep. Does anybody want to do any kind of a watch?
Yes, I'm gonna have a conversation with Olsen. I'm worried about rangers in these trees. When I met that guy in the woods last time I was checking out the orcs, he said he was going to definitely give some people a heads up and they would be looking for these guys. So I'm thinking,
So you think we're now part of the party that's being hunted?
well, I'm thinking we may be mistaken for foe if we're down there with the orcs. But I'm thinking if you and I stay here and figure out how to split up a watch. Last time, Jeru was fairly friendly. He may try and give us a heads up.
Sure.
Or at least to the other rangers so we can tell them that we're buddies of Jeru.
That's fair. I need 4 hours per whatever we're doing on a rest to feel okay. If you want to stay up here, I can do the back tree line so I can keep an eye for whoever might come out from behind us in the trees. For Drew, because when you were sneaking up on the orcs the first time, you kind of came from behind them, right? That's where you came from.
I
Somewhat.
don't know if I was behind. Well, not necessarily. I guess they were in the distance still quite a bit. But they were definitely. He was definitely at the edge of the clearing. So as long as I think we stay to the edge of the clearing, we'd have a good chance to maybe hear them. Or well, to be fair, I didn't hear him at all. But maybe they'd approach before shooting. He did say they may shoot first and ask questions later.
Great, noted. You said he has a bear with him?
His bear's name was Bruce.
That's
However,
super cool, but also really scary.
he did say he was busy, and it may not be him that comes. So we
Right.
may have some talking to do. But remember, his name is Jaru.
Jaru, got it. All right. Do you want me to take the back of the party?
I think you should keep on your watch. You should keep moving because probably after you. Why don't you take a short rest?
Sure.
I'll take watch, and then we can switch. So while I'm sleeping, but I would maybe run a perimeter.
Sure. So I'll just do my meditate thing for 4 hours.
Okay, where are you going to be?
In basically still on the same branch as her because she's doing watch right now.
Okay, so you can stay up there with her.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a watch of kind of just moving slowly through the perimeter,
And then once that's done,
acting in a stealthy manner. She's not that worried about being quiet, but
Okay.
she wants to look like she looks like she's trying to be quiet.
The orcs are kind of together.
I would like to point out when I'm taking my rest, I am on top. I'm like right next to the chest. I'm not hugging the chest, but I'm like leaning on it.
Okay, which is now on the ground.
Yes, it is now on the ground. It is no longer on Olsen.
You hear almost a bovine snoring coming from between them.
Between the chests.
Between the horses.
Oh.
No movement from the chest at all. Even with the falling of it onto you, there's been zero movement.
That's
This little dog
I've got
statue
like
in
the
there.
little key is like in my pouch, in my bag.
You've
in,
got the
like-
key.
Yes, I've got the key.
Okay.
I've got the key inside of my coin purse, inside, like sewn on the inside of my like. It is very protected. This coin purse.
Okay.
It will take an action to remove that key
All right.
because nothing is getting out of that coin purse. I'm a fucking pickpocket.
All right. So you're taking first watch. And everybody else is going to go to sleep at this point.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a perception for your watch.
That
There are a couple orcs that
is
stay up also. And they go into
19.
rotation. Okay. So the first few hours during the day, easy to see all around. The orcs have kind of moved into the more shaded areas. Seem to prefer not being. I mean, they're not like vampires who still the smoke wither away if they're in the sunlight, but they just seem to prefer the naturally darker areas, shaded. Yeah, nothing occurs. You see them changing. Two of the orcs going to sleep and two more getting out, just grumbling as they do so. And you're up. So there was what, 4 hours?
4 hours.
4 hours. But you require 8 hours.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have any damage to heal though, so
Okay.
But you still require
a
nightly
full 8
sleep.
You
hours.
could also
So we
go
just
through
exhaustion.
exhaustion.
Even if she takes a half rest?
Yeah, you have to take a full rest too.
Oh.
Now it doesn't have to be sleeping the whole time. I mean, just the hour that it took to make camp. It's still resting. You weren't doing anything up in the tree, just sitting around, and watch. For that first hour or so. So easily, that would count as rest. Even sitting on watch, I think you can. I think is it 6 hours of full sleep, and then the other 2 can be.
It specifies that it's just 8 hours of light activity and sleep's mixed
But
in
I
there.
thought some of it had to be actual sleep.
Yeah. But it says it doesn't give an exact hour count.
Okay.
It just says
So, I
it
mean-
can include light activity.
Right. So you're not under the effects of exhaustion right now. You're tired. It's been a long day. Everything. You got a little bit of rest. Well, maybe you didn't actually, because you were on watch when you.
6 of the 8 must be spent sleeping.
Oh, it does
Yeah.
that.
So
So
so you might be borderline by the time and then you only
Right.
have 4. So
Yeah. I don't even need to sleep. I just meditate.
yeah. So enroll your perception. And then it takes another hour to get broken down and.
wait, perception's a wisdom check.
That is true.
She could always sleep 2 hours on a horse tomorrow
Is
morning.
it the same number?
It was lower.
Okay.
50.
She'll catnap.
15?
She'll catnap on the horse while they're walking. For
Right.
2
So,
hours.
so in your after you have been completed your trance and just gazing around from your treetop observation, you see the sun peaking, below the canvas.
Starting to go.
Yeah, of the forest. But the orcs don't really rouse at that point. They continue until it gets quite dark. And then at that point, they start to just take what little bit that they even care to clean up. It's basically, the fire has gone down. It wasn't that cold anyway. And they just kind of leave it. One of them kind of tosses some dirt on it, leaving it kind of smoldering there, but they don't do a good job of clearing, nor any of the stuff that they've left out. They pick up their bowls and don't even wash them out. By the way, did you try this, dude?
I did. Because I said I did.
Disgusting.
Really?
Disgusting. I mean, it's like a bowl of
I kept it down, though.
blood. No, you wouldn't have taken it.
With 21.
I can't
On
believe
that
you-
first bite, though, I kept it down.
Yeah.
I was going to see whether I knew.
Yeah. Soup
Sure.
of
I
of
dipped
this
my hardtack. in
Good
some
soup.
meat that you didn't quite recognize and may not have been fresh.
Or
Blood sausage.
Wow, it's hard to, for me, it's weird to find a meat that I haven't,
It's elf.
yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, really.
You're gonna recognize
Yeah, your
it.
second bite, this
They all
thing just has
giggle.
an ear in it, very pointed.
Enough for that. All right, thank
What's
you for the food.
would you guys like to put the cart on the thing on the horse? The other horse? The not tired horse?
You gonna put it in the other one?
Well, Borat
Who's gonna do
right
that?
in the other one.
Yeah, we can
The
switch
like
it.
300 pounds. You gotta deadlift it all the way
Yeah.
up to between however many of you.
Well,
Gruggle.
Philadelphus can lift 420.
Gruggle, help horse box.
So this time the horse isn't being held down, unless you want to try and hold it down. But it didn't take to that very well when the orcs were doing it.
I'm gonna try and keep the horse calm while
Okay.
someone else decides
So
to.
it's a higher lift than what the orcs had.
Yes.
How many of you guys are doing it?
Philadelphia.
Watch.
You're watching?
No, I'm watching.
Well, I'm asking the orcs to help. That was what I was saying.
Oh, they won't. They're not going to do it.
All right.
And Grugel's like,
Natural 20.
Woohoo!
I don't know how much help I got, but there it is.
yeah.
That's all of it. My push-pull lift.
Non-natural 20 for animal handling to keep the horse calm while we're fucking around.
Yeah, well, these seem to be a lot more.
So my push-pull lift is 270, so I think I'm holding up my end.
Yeah, Philadelphia
With an
has the other end
With a
with a 5.
You
But
really
his
have to do it.
his lift is 420.
Yeah, as long as you have it within your
Yeah.
realm.
I mean,
it's
the reason it's very silly is because he's Philadelphia and he's short.
Something like that.
It gets awkward when he has
you
to go
don't
like
technically
this.
have to roll
Yeah.
for it as long as you can lift it.
Yeah.
Lift the weight. If you want to add the roll, if you do like roll a big high athletics, then you know you perform it almost supernaturally. But in any case,
That's
you're
just what he
looking
has
back
in
with
the
the
thing.
horse. The horse is a lot more common. than you guys
Push,
doing it.
drag, or lift.
And
Yeah.
who's tying the rope
Times
together?
2. I was going to.
Okay, all right. You want to make a dexterity check?
For what?
Sleight of hand or just
Really?
dexterity?
Either one.
I like sleight of hand better.
Got him.
Okay.
That is 21.
Yeah, so easy enough. You do it with a lot less knots than the orcs did. They had like 12 knots on there.
What are you looking for? Your numbers?
And you get it wrapped around.
15 times your strength is your encumbered
So I
weight.
could have definitely
Double
gotten that box.
Double that
Would you?
is your
I have
maximum
3
push-pull lift.
for-
What's your strength?
Well, I have 13 for strength.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably
You're good.
I thought it was 15 times, so I did 15 times 13, and it was only 195. So wait,
That's your encumbered, but what you can actually lift is twice that.
yeah, I would have been fine. I would have been okay with
It was just a shock of it that you're underneath.
No, sure, yeah. All right, cool.
You can lift it, but if it lands on your chest and you can't
I was gonna
breathe,
say, like, I'm not that lanky of an elf. I'm tall and pretty.
swole. Hey, you have Discord open?
I guess so.
Are we live?
Oh god.
Gus.
Gus wasn't here to warn us.
Whoops. Cool. Yeah, so you get the thing strapped on. The orcs kind of looking on. You can see that they don't outwardly look impressed, but the way that they look at each other, you know, it's clear that you did a much better job than they did. In any case, once again, Rugel's like, here we go. Right tonight. Thank you to Hyrule. Then we leave. We almost see each other again.
Great plan.
Maybe we see each other.
I don't speak common.
You
And he just starts to flirt away.
I'm sure everything was fine, but we didn't actually describe if I saw anything on my perception.
No, you didn't.
Nothing
No,
moved around?
No, nothing was. Sorry, I thought I.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Kinda
it,
cut it off. It's okay.
No.
Just making sure that Jeru wasn't hanging
No.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, to you, when you say that, I'm like, they're just.
But it is night now, so.
I know.
They are very shy.
To you, I said, like, they're just shy. When people are shy like that,
No,
you
this
wait
is
for
what
them
I
to
work
come
on.
to you.
I wait for them to come to me.
Yes.
You have a lot of good wisdom. I am learning a lot from you.
And so yeah, you're traveling at night.
Great.
I mean, it's to wake up in the
Eventually.
tree limbs 30 feet higher. You know, it looks like there's still a little bit of light out there, but to those of you on the ground, it's quite dark.
I am attached to the horse.
It's completely obscured. Is anybody riding the other horse?
Yes.
The tired horse.
The tired horse.
Do you mean the horse that just got an entire full day of rest? He's fine.
Yeah.
He's a draft horse. It's his job.
Yeah.
Yes, someone is riding him.
Hit points and health, no exhaustion at this point. You're on the horse.
Yep.
Borax. Okay.
What
And then
horses are
you're
for?
leading the horse.
Yes, I'm leading the horse with the package.
Okay. So so you guys again in total darkness at this point.
I'm hoping that the horse is also leading me, because it is dark.
Well, even though it's dark, you can still see some 10 feet ahead of you. At
Yeah.
least.
There's enough
You
of
know,
us, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
I'm using my
It's not
ears
pitch
to
black.
navigate more than anything.
You guys stand in the same order then? The same distance?
Yeah, sure.
I'm up in the
Facing
trees
ahead?
now this time with me.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna stand
be.
there with her?
I'm just gonna take a side though. I don't want to appear that I'm leading them because I'm still gonna try and act like maybe I'm just following them.
Just in case.
So,
I do not want to appear to be with them necessarily as much as
okay, so you're off.
to the side a little bit. A little
Well,
bit.
You don't know exactly the route they're taking, although.
Well, I'll still
much
be able
going
to
straight.
see them.
Okay.
Right. I'm
Like
not going
30
so
Yeah, as
far.
long as you're within 30 feet, you can kind
Yeah.
of see them through the leaves. And so, all right. And you're in a different area? Okay.
She's here and I'm here.
Okay, so you're all the way
Towards
closer to the front.
Yes.
Okay, just Gruggle just continually plodding along. The other orcs talking naturally with each other from time to time, once in a while glancing around, maybe up into the trees. They would be aware that you're up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they don't seem too concerned about that. In fact, they probably hope you just go away, quite frankly. But
Get lost.
yeah, so and it goes on. So as you're kind of off to the side, you're off to the other side. They're not keeping any specific watch or patrol ahead. They're just grouped in the front, grouped in the back, not trying to disguise their movements, cutting away branches as they continue on through this wild forest. You guys go ahead and make a perception check for the first part. The first couple hours. Just make a perception for each hour.
14.
16. Wait. 19.
Okay, 19? Okay.
14.
And 14. Well, on the first hour, it's like both.
Oh, the two?
Oh.
He was
Oh,
with
no. The
advantage.
second hour, I'm sleepy from the night before because that's like a
19.
7. 6.
First one, 18 for the second.
Yeah, 6.
All right, cool. And so the first and second hour, you don't notice anything unusual. Just the wildlife scampering away with the thrashing through the forest. Third hour. Go ahead and make a perception.
She's still at a 6. She's still sleepy.
17.
17. None of you be surprised. So we're going to go into initiative. The only unusual thing that you also note, right before one of the arrows goes streaking through the forest, near where you are below, not up in the tree, on the ground, is you see what looks like a swan flying through the upper canopy and then diving into the ground, landing, transforming into humanoid elf in mid-draw, and preparing to loose or loosing arrow, depending where you're.
Damn, that first 19 perception didn't even see them.
Swans are bastards, so
Well, they
that
may
makes
not have been
sense.
there.
Sure.
You know, that was an hour
That's fair.
in between. So we're going to go and take our break.
Okay.
We get this set up. You guys traveling through the forest and the not surprising ambush that has just taken place. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes as we get this set up.
Well, I did tell him it was
Why
coming.
do you
I did tell Olsen it was coming.
I forgot about the goddamn can't be surprised.
Yeah.
You know,
Why did you just let us kill?
Okay, welcome back. As the party has just been ambushed by... They're not sure yet. To make sense of this and the whole not being surprised ranger trait, you all suddenly see several swans that are flying into the area around you, and as they alight, coming in very swiftly, almost at a dive, coming in and then transforming into these elves that are their cloaks and parts of their armor, the fringes of such look like swan feathers.
Ah, swan mace.
Yeah, so all of them are pretty much attired in a similar way, with some form of a swan, also symbols of the swan, and a unicorn horn, interestingly enough, adorn their armor and trappings. And so did you guys roll your initiative yet?
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, anybody over 20? Nope. Anybody over 15?
16.
18.
19, 18, 16? Okay, so we have Olson,
Oh, good. Glad I told you
19,
his name.
and then we have
Because I'm a thing.
Figaro,
Oh,
18, and you had 16 for Borax.
16, you said?
Yes.
Well, you're an elf, so
Okay, and
you have a chance.
Eurus and Twig?
You can speak in Elvish.
Philadelphus is a 8 and Eurus is a 7.
And I'm also a 7.
Your dex is probably higher. No, my dex is higher.
Told you.
Okay, so you're Adelphus, Eurus.
16.
Do you?
So it's Philadelphus, Eurus, Twig.
16 club.
Twig.
I have 17.
Oh, you have 17. Oh, yeah. Or elf. Elf.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so
These strange
unexpected swans come swooping out of the forest, transforming into elves with cloaks and the fringe of their armor that look like swan feathers. And we've got a couple up in the canopy, not too far from where Twig and Olson are standing, and then the rest seem to have alighted around the entire group of you, orcs included. The orcs are immediately set off by this. They know exactly what's happening, and it's just kind of a general howl that comes from the group. Grugel's saying something, but we'll get to him in a moment. But the first reaction, or the first one at the top of the order, is one of the orcs, and fuck, I'm gonna have to put numbers on these guys again. Oh my god, here we go.
Top.
Not with a 19, my friend.
Works for just no matter what I say.
We're not stopping.
Well,
we're
you could
never stopping
maybe
the
convince
orcs.
the swans to fly away.
Or maybe
We ain't convincing
swans
anybody
turned
of
into the
shit right now.
Correct, but they could turn back to
What I was
swans
gonna
and
say
fly
is thinking being
away.
like, kill them once we're gone, but then that pissed the orcs off, and then I was like, I don't know.
say it in fucking Elvish.
That's true. That's true.
The
You're-
player, Mike, wants to just say, let them fight.
Sure.
And
Well, you can't
Let's-
see jack shit. You're
exactly.
blind.
That's why I said the player, Mike. Eurus is gonna just hit the deck and hope for the best.
Well, yeah, ranged attacks, that gets this at.
I know.
That's a valid strategy.
And
So the ones that can't see have no idea what's going on. They just hear a general howling from all around them of rage from the orcs. Orc number 2 is the first one in the initiative, and he is off to the right. He's over there by Borax, I think, right?
Yeah.
By the
Right
horse,
in front of
yes.
Borax.
Okay. All right, and so the one that the swan that is alighting on the ground and transforming into an elf, just right in front of him, off to the right on the ground, he's going to take a
That's right.
shot
Oh, his right.
at him.
Does the elf or the orc does the orc have range?
Yeah, he's using a bow.
Oh, yeah, he's like 50 feet.
No.
So he's going at elf
Yeah.
die number 2.
Well, elf die number 3. Number three.
He said on his right.
Oh.
Yeah, on his right over there. And
Number 2 is fighting D2.
so just as he lands, getting ready to shoot an arrow into the group, who knows who his target is, the orc reacts swiftly. And shoot, you see the orc get hit with this long shaft that bores into his body. Doing a little bit of damage as he is... Okay, all right. You said that was number 2 or number 3?
D2.
D2, okay.
Elves like a long shaft.
Alrighty then. Okay, and next in the order is Gruggle. Gruggle is just... And he's just shouting orders at this time, raising his staff, and immediately...
Right.
I love a sigh.
Well, I mean, he can't just light up the wood right now, necessarily. But let's see, who is the closest to him? This guy up in the
Which one is he?
in
He's
Gruggle's over here.
Google's in the middle.
This is probably closest.
Yeah, so he's gonna move over here, and that's elf number 3.
D3.
D3.
Yeah.
Sure, I love to gain the
Okay.
You're an
Alright.
elf.
And you see
It used to be.
what appears to be
He killed his family before.
a bolt of radiant energy come flashing down toward it.
Does it look sickening?
What do you mean?
No, it looks radiant.
Radiant. Yeah, I was kidding.
I guess no. In this, it wouldn't be radiant.
Why not?
It'd have to be necrotic.
Why?
So, sickening.
Yeah, because it's coming from an
Like
evil
radiant
deity.
sickness.
So
So they can look necrotic and do radiant.
An elf
Black
can
light.
be evil and orc can be
Light.
good. In their mind, if they serve their own god, they're doing good.
I see radiant as a more divine energy that's
getting it from
from
their
a pure
evil
source of
energy.
good versus necrotic energy, which is more of your evil source.
I see radiant as more
You're
radiation.
very judgmental.
I am in this regard.
Shut up.
So, guiding bolt toward him. Okay. Yep. So as it streaks forward, lighting this elf, and you see him just enveloped in this dark energy swirling around him, taking a little bit of damage as he's screaming from the pain of it.
The next person to hit has advantage.
Okay. Yeah, it's got a glow to it that continues to radiate around the elf, and he's still alive. And then you said it's number 3.
D3.
Okay. All right, got it. But he looks. You can just see outwardly his veins are just popping out, and his purplish color his face is like paler than normal, swaying on his feet for a moment as he lands. And then it's going to be elf number 1 that is up in the canopy with Olsen, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Taking a shot at you.
Really?
Yep.
Doesn't see that I'm also an elf?
Charu said
Doesn't care.
shoot first and ask questions later.
You are an elf, aren't you? That may make a difference. What languages do you speak?
Elvish, Common, and Gnomish, and Giant.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
as it lands there, well within dark vision distance to see that you're an elf,
Hands are up. I'm like,
immediately just halts, doesn't fire the shaft, and seems confused. What is your presence here? Is what it asks.
sure.
You can respond.
I will immediately, in this essence of trying to shut down the situation, we're traveling with the orcs. I know that sounds weird. They're showing us a way out of the forest to our next destination.
Okay. So you get started telling him that.
Traveling with the orc.
Use the magic word.
Oh, yeah, wait. You did tell me. My own brain didn't think about it.
Your round is now.
Sure.
So the elf has paused.
Okay.
And so you got a little bit off in the beginning. You can complete
Okay.
speaking in your round.
I will say we know Jaru. We are aware of the ranges that go throughout this forest. We know that you're...
Jaru sent you.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Someone asked if you're a god. You say
That's
yes.
We're good friends with Drew. We do know it. We know that you hate this band of orcs. We're using them currently.
So he kind of gets taken aback by that. Roll persuasion with advantage.
It's good considering what.
Is it a -1?
Huh?
That's what I thought. That's
16.
That one's cocked.
16, okay. It's not terrible. You're an elf, so we'll see how this plays out. He's not going to be able to do anything, nor
Yeah.
you at this point during this
I know.
first round. So the round is going to have to play out, and it's going to bring up Figaro.
I'm gonna make a animal handling check on the horse that I'm leading, Blackjack, who I have named because no one told me no, just to make sure that this horse doesn't bolt into the night since
Okay.
the light is about to go off.
Okay.
Because it's a draft horse, not a war horse.
So go ahead and roll.
Not great. 13.
What did you rolled what was your last animal handling?
Oh, my last animal handling was a dirty 20.
Right, and so it was pretty good. So go ahead and roll an advantage for that.
Awesome.
Since the horse is kind of like trusts you at this point.
A little bit better. 15.
Okay, so you're able to keep it under control. It does want to pull away. Of course, it's still got this heavy
Yeah.
load. It's moving normally, but it probably would have some difficulty sprinting through the woods. Right now, it is just like rolling its eyes in fear over the rageful howling from the orcs all around it. That's most likely what's scaring it to death right now. Just a loud noise of battle that it's not used to. But you've got it under control.
Gotcha.
That's your action, but you still have some movement if you want to. A bonus action if.
I don't have bonus action
Okay.
because I'm a level 1.
Yes, that's true.
I'm gonna use my movement to try to get. I can't see jack shit.
Oh, you're blind, yes.
I'm blind.
Well, no. Right now,
Someone.
we just saw a flash of light and a glow from off to our left.
Yeah, that is out of my range. So I am like, I can sort of see that, but it's out of my range of effectiveness.
Yeah, just for those of you that are blind, you can see about 10 to 15 feet in front of you. It's very. I mean, you can see shapes moving and you can kind of recognize. Beyond that, it's just darkness.
So I'm gonna. I'm gonna move my move. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna stay right there because I can't see jack shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm keeping the horse calm, and I figured like maybe I'll move the horse elsewhere if something catches on fire and I can see something.
Okay, so your passive is
I think my passive is
13.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know shit's hit the fan. You don't know what's attacking. You know that something has riled up the orcs and just the fast movements all around you, the yelling, you heard Gruggle, and I'm saying this for Borax as well, commanding his orcs in the Orcish language. So, and of course the flash of light, which is closer to you, that you can see a lot more brilliantly there. What are you gonna do?
Actually, one second. I was going to move up a little bit closer.
Are you taking the horse with you?
I'm taking the horse with me, move
Okay.
up just like a little bit to be closer to our monk, who is also blind. Because I know that he's a little bit ahead of us.
Okay.
So that's about as far as I go.
Okay.
I am going to climb down off of my horse and stay with it and try to lead the other horse up and keep in between the two as best as I can.
Okay.
Cover.
All right.
Absolutely.
Meat shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
See if you can arrange him in a spot so that he's actually in a. Yeah, you can just. Are you trying to push by?
Well, he's.
I was just trying to put him in a square.
Okay. Yeah. Get him in a square. Okay. And anything else from Borax then?
Actually, I can see that one he shot, but it hasn't attacked me yet, so no, I'm not going to attack it.
Okay. All right.
Lorix is just taking cover.
All right. So
Action to dodge.
he's got about 3/4 cover there behind that one, and full cover behind the other one, with the box on his back.
It's not even your horse.
I'm attached to the horse.
You named a brown and white horse black guy.
Okay, so elf number 9, which is in the back left, I believe,
I'm blind.
is taking a shot at the orc that is first in line behind the horses on the left.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
9 shoots
And-
4.
Yeah, 9 shoots 4.
Well, 7, 8,
Jesse.
9.
Knight to E5.
And 2 shafts go into this orc. Chunk, chunk. And see if
Why
he
are we
gets.
level 1 fighting people with 2 archery attacks? What the hell? Ravik.
If an orc goes down, there's
Okay.
Well, we could bring it
And that orc just shudders. And you watch as he falls over, convulsing and then dying, howling to his last breath. And that was number 4?
Yep.
Okay, so 4 goes down. And that's going to be him. Let's see if he's going to move any. He is, as a matter of fact.
Which way?
Let me.
I think the
Well, we can hear the orcs coming and we can't hear the other guys coming. I think we should be friends with the rangers. We don't need an enemy that we can't see coming.
Remember, I'm blind.
We can move them for you. Just tell us which way.
Yeah.
Okay. Very swiftly moving up to this area. Here, taking a better look at the situation, I suppose.
Right down the top of his head.
Okay, so that was elf number 9. Orc number 1 is. Can you point to him?
Is everyone in the initiative before that?
Orc
Orc
number
num-
1 is next to him. Next to our.
Next to urine.
Yeah, next to Urine. Urus.
Okay, and
Eurus.
the only elf you can see is the one
It's funny because I peed myself.
that was hit already, right? Over there to the right.
Yes.
Okay.
D2 was hit.
Okay,
or
so D2.
was guiding bolt.
Okay, so that orc is going to make a bow attack, and missing that elf.
Oh, shoot.
Was that the one that was hit by gun?
Oh, this one.
All right, the real fancy-looking guy that's up in the trees is looking at you, Twig, and you glance as he lands, glancing down at the ground below. They clearly knew where you all were, and it has a very just perplexed look on its face, and obviously he recognizes you as a tabaxi. What do you have in your hands right now?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Lay down your arms and you might survive this.
Friend of Jaru and Brusque is a friend of mine. Please listen first and shoot later.
You know Jaru?
Yes, he told me he was going to tell you where the Black Hand tribe was. We've fallen in with them a little bit by accident, but if you leave now, I think they can get us to the high road and they'll head off and you can pursue them. We can pursue in safety. Please, no bloodshed. I don't want any of my friends to be hurt.
Your friends of the Orcs?
No. Well, we're on a... It's a long story. We're on a job, the crazy Zendrelda in the tower. She's friends with the Orcs. She hooked us up with them. We really couldn't say no. We didn't want to start a fight. We're just waiting for them to get us to the road so they can take off and we can take off in another direction.
Jaru and Lord alerted us to this patrol of Orcs in the forest. We realized where they were going, of course. But not often are we so lucky to catch up with them at the right time. We'll save his action because this is taking place. This whole conversation is taking place within the round, but with a couple other things going on before. We get an orc, an elf, Philadelphus, another elf, and Eurus before we get to Twig. So this conversation is going to take place over your 2 rounds, but with other stuff going on beneath. Okay, so orc number 5. Point to him, please. All the way in the back.
5 is right behind the dead guy.
Okay.
And also, there's the green guy in the corner back there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's,
he knows about
Yeah,
him.
it's a dread.
I
So
realize with your camera placement, me pointing from overhead does not help you. Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I was doing this and I looked at the screen. I was like, I'm totally covering it. It's this one.
He could go for 9 or he could go for green armor.
He's gonna go for the one that just ran behind the tree.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so he's going to make he's actually going to charge him. So go ahead and rush him up there. As he pulls out this, what's he carrying? Let's see.
Like a mace.
No falling damage.
Well, that's because
He's got a mace.
Well, that's the figure. So he's basically got a great axe that he's
Tall
carrying.
thing.
Turn my back to the
And
don't try to turn your back. It's fine.
other guys.
He's gonna have a great time asking him a question.
yeah, and so he's going to make a wild swing at the elf and misses completely.
Guidance.
You going to guidance him?
No, I don't.
It's a
I don't have that.
Okay.
Wait,
If they take one down, it might be better because we can tell you both.
Guidance. Yeah, that's we're going to attacks
Be
anyway.
able to say go now while you have all your men. You've taken one of them.
All right, elf number 2. He's up front, right?
D2, he's kind of fucked up.
Oh, there he is. He's the one that got hit a couple times. So he sees the orc that last attacked him. Gonna fire back at him. 2 shafts come pulling forward. Both of them hit. Wow. And this orc.
Orc number 1.
Maybe he rolls low damage.
Wow, I think he might survive this one.
He fights survive.
Yeah, it's okay. So he goes back on his heels. You see he's bleeding profusely deep inside this orc. There was orc number 1.
D2 elf to orc number 1.
Okay. And he just staggers, but he's still alive somehow, staggering. Elf is going to stay where he is. Philadelphus is up. Elf on deck, then Eurus and Twig.
Philadelphus.
Did you guys already go?
He of murder.
Did you already go?
Yes.
He of murder and liquefying his enemies. What is Philadelphus gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like a different person right now. Philadelphus is going to, because he can see, back his way next to Borax in between the horses and take the dodge action,
Okay.
realizing that there is no skin in this fight right now, really.
Elf number 3.
That's what I said, yo.
D3 is over here.
It's the one that.
Oh no, sorry, this one.
Yeah, D3, the one that has the guidance on it or guiding bolt on him.
The radiant.
Okay, the one that just got lit up. Okay, so you see him just drop his bow. 2 rapiers come out, short swords come out, and he rushes to Gruggle. So you can just move him right up, making 2
Grugle's the big guy in the front.
swift swings
No, Gruggle is the shaman.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
against
He
him.
was leading.
Ooh.
He said,
Oh, rapiers. They are rapiers. Let's see.
This will look kind of dumb.
1 misses, 1 does hit, and does some damage to Gruggle, as he has nothing to stop that at the moment. So,
Shamans don't have shield.
yeah, that's not helping him. All right, so Grugel's taking a little damage. You hear him shout,
shit.
pointing forward. All right, and that was elf number 3.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Eurus and Twig on deck.
Eurus is also going to.
Want me to move?
Can I see Figaro? We're
Yeah, you
5
can
feet
s-
away from
you
each
can-
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see about, if you don't have dark vision,
No.
then you got about 10 to 15 feet of
Okay.
vision right around you.
So it, just, all the sounds around it, I don't. You don't have it either.
These are all like holding hands.
All the sounds going on around him, he just sort of panics, looks around, and then sees Figaro coming and huddles up next to him, taking the dodge action.
Do they hug?
If he tries,
Time and place.
if he tries to hug, I like give him a bit of room while I palm something in my hand.
Time and place. Time and place. But
Okay, so that brings us back to Twig. And the long conversation you were having with the, this fellow looks like he's in command. And he is, he looks, extra Swanee plus.
The swoop.
The Swanee is swooned.
With his burnished armor and dashing good looks. And he, go ahead and roll a, Jesus.
Persuasion?
Persuasion, thank you, Jesus. With advantage.
Thank God.
Was that a natural number?
No.
Sorry,
Oh,
It's just very low.
Oh, that's worse.
Wow, it's the same number.
Oh, it is the same number.
double six.
That's a 9 on persuasion. I'm sorry.
So it seems dubious, a little dubious, but you mentioned Jaro
And Bruce.
And Brusque.
and Brusque, and so you obviously know them. He knows that Jaro's out here because he was just alerted to this orc.
He said Jar was going to tell you.
Yep, and so that's why I'm matching up. He doesn't seem to have, in whatever limited information he had, you weren't mentioned. So I get, perhaps Jaru just, didn't think you'd be around. Here you are. And it stays his hand. So he doesn't attack, and you can see that he's considering everything you've said. That's kind of your action, that whole interplay, but do you want to move?
No, she's just going to hold his gaze for as long as she can, pleading with her eyes
Okay.
to listen.
Okay. All right, orc number 8.
Does she have big kitty cat eyes?
She
Orc
does.
number 8, that's this fucker right
The
here.
teary kind, like the
Big ol'
with
one.
Okay, he's...
He can see D2 and he could see D3, the one that just got up close and personal with Drew.
Yeah, he's gonna run up to that elf.
He has
That's
to
injured.
pass. He has
Left
to go
or right?
around some people,
As long as you can get there, can you get through diagonal?
sort of.
Not with
No.
the shaman there, but he can.
No, sorry, the other one, to
Me too.
his right.
Towards me?
Yeah, the one over there underneath Olsen.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So you can just get up there. Okay, so he's dropping his bow, and he's gonna take a swing with his.
Well, he doesn't look like that. Remember, he's a
No, I
model.
know, but even the mini.
They're still stronger.
We're weak level ones. So,
With his axe, and misses.
The orcs can't get a hit.
Orc number 7. No, they can't. Orc number 7.
Goodness, let's
7
hope that holds.
is-
7's right next to D3, the one that has guiding bolt on them.
Okay, so he's gonna make an attack on.
If he moves to the other side first, he'll get flanking.
And remember, he has advantage.
Okay, he'll take the advantage. What?
Guiding bolt gives the advantage.
Yeah.
And then
What's the what elf is that number?
D3.
Okay, that one hits, and so that elf is hit by the swing of the great axe.
Elf is that?
D3.
You see it bloodying
hit before.
the beautiful white swan feathers.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, not all of you, rather significantly. Which number elf was that? 8?
D3.
D3. Okay.
okay.
The only orc that I can see is D1.
Oh shit, he goes down, just cleft as you see it just into his ribs, and he goes just hits the ground, blood just flowing. Yeah,
He's dying, not dead.
yeah, he is down. Okay, and then we got orc number 3,
Back corner.
back corner. Okay, so he's going to rush the one beneath Olsen, get him as close as he can.
Also. 25, 30.
No.
All right, go ahead and move him all the way.
Okay.
So he'll use his dash to get there. And then orc number 6, he's in the back also, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to help his friend over on the left. And can he get all the way to that elf?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep. Enough to flank? Or
Not enough to flank, but just enough to get there.
okay.
Yeah, no, one more spot would be 30, but it'd be to the right.
Okay, he misses with his great axe. And then we have the druid all the way in the back. Still has some. This one doesn't have any swan feathers, but you do note that she's carrying a shield with the symbol of a unicorn horn. Any of those of you that can see, they're just gleaming on the front of this shield.
Shield of a gleaming unicorn horn.
Gleaming wood.
on there?
No, the symbol itself is gleaming.
Oh.
It's painted with the pearlescent paint.
Yeah.
No, it's like that glow paint that you do in those low rent t-shirts.
Yeah.
It was out in the sun all day, so now it goes in the dark.
Okay, so immediately she is going to move just behind. You're going to see she just kind of through the shadows, moves very, very quickly, and you can put her right beside the elf that's now been surrounded on the left-hand side next to her, but behind that was number 3, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's almost like she's moving swiftly through the shadows as she gets there.
Almost like she passed without a trace.
Nope.
Nope.
That's
I
funny.
know.
Stepped.
And then the one that just ran up, yeah. So you see what appears to be this flame-like radiance that rains down on that creature as she's running swiftly toward it. And
Who, what?
Who is this happening to?
against orc number,
This guy
yeah, that just ran up. Yeah, what number is he?
6.
6, okay. And you're seeing this rain, this like fire rain that's coming down on the creature, and you watch as it begins to just roil and shift from pain and agony from this radiant damage that is being affected by taking. I mean, it's a lot, and you can see the thing is in serious agony. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to survive this. There's a lot of
I have
dice.
faith in him.
In one round, we lost like 3 units.
And he goes down. What number is he?
6.
Oh, we lost one of
And you
them.
watch him just burning, just writhing in pain for this radiant energy as he flops to the ground, convulsing before he dies. That was number 6?
Yes.
Orc number 6 goes down. Okay, we're finally at the top of the round. Orc number 2 that was over there on, was that the one up top with Olsen?
No,
Or is that the one down?
Orcs aren't on top at all.
Elf number 2.
Orc number 2.
Orc number
Orc
2.
Yeah, top of the round with orc number 2. He's
I
up
thought
front,
he
isn't he?
was here
Right there.
somewhere. This guy?
Right here next to Philip.
Oh, it's in front of the horse. In
Orc
front of
number 2 is near us.
in front of the
Okay,
hand horse.
okay. And so his closest line of sight, actually, he's going to
Elf 3. Or it would be
Elf one?
the elf,
No,
elf with
that's
the number
one.
on it. So
Okay.
the elf near the druid.
It's elf.
Well, that elf just went down in front of. Okay, so he's going to run up to. If he can get next to the druid, that's where he's going to go. He's going to drop his bow and go,
Yeah.
moving up next to the druid.
Yep.
Philadelphia, I'm going to assume, will
Oh,
not
that
take an
Philadelphia.
opportunity attack.
No, that's correct.
No, Philadelphia's funny show.
That's under the tree.
You could get next to her, but you would have to move the tabaxi mount.
Twig, no!
The tabaxi is now 1 squared over.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
She's a cat.
so-
She didn't take any pollen.
She lives on
Land
her
on my
feet.
feet.
You should have like slow fall or something.
So with his battle axe, he cleaves through the chain shirt of the druid, and you watch as she just blood spurts out from her side as she's takes the impact of the strike, taking some damage. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right, that's going to bring up Gruggle. Gruggle his foe is felled, right?
Yes.
So he's going to turn around and look at what is left. Closest thing. Oh, he's going to see the druid. I don't know if I want him to move up necessarily.
It's taken him a long time to unsheath that sword.
Yeah. No, he is. He's going to move up to it.
10, 15, 30.
You get diagonal.
Assuming that he can get in there.
And
Diagonal.
Yeah,
he's
he's got
got.
a diagonal attack.
Can he get right next to her?
No, there's too many people around. He doesn't.
Well,
Have...
he gets in melee
Yeah,
range.
he's 5 feet.
Okay,
It's-
yeah,
she's
so
not.
that's fine, as long as he can get melee attack on her.
Yes.
And you watch as he just throws down his staff and just goes at her with claws. just almost savagely. Not something you would have expected from this figure.
He seemed so quiet.
Both attacks hit. And the druid just howls with pain. And she takes quite a bit of damage. All right, so she is hurting at this point. You can see she's gushing blood from the battle axe wound and from this claw attack on her face and side. And that's going to hit his turn. So that's going to bring up elf number 1. Is he up top with
D1.
D1 is who I am speaking with.
Okay. All right. So finally,
He can resolve to hurt some orcs, though.
yeah, he can. Or I kill this guy. It's not a good view of that.
He's got a view of 8 and 3,
Okay.
and he's got the high ground, if that means anything to you.
Well, he's still shooting through foliage.
Can't.
So it's not a clean shot. But he's going to call down. He's going to call over. He can't see necessarily where the elf is that's talking to Twig, but he knows he's there, obviously, because he turns in that direction. And if you can understand Elvish, you understand what he's saying. If you don't, you don't.
I know.
I don't.
So just plug your ears for what for what he shouts over. Captain, kill the orcs. Rest are questionable. And the orc that was standing right next to Gruggle before he left, who's he going to target with the? He's going to target with his arrows. Holy shit! Okay, nat 20.
Does he hear the elf upstairs yelling?
What languages do you
Who the captain?
Elvish.
Well, no, the orcs. If that guy yelled loud enough for his captain to hear him over there.
Oh yeah, if through the perhaps they do perceive it, but
Get him.
I mean, not think anything of it.
Get him.
And that which orc is that?
Seven.
Google 7 goes down. It's shunk, shunk, 2 arrows. Number 7 is dead.
Oop.
All right, so it's 3 orcs and 1 elf down.
They all got that.
Elf number okay, so it brings up Olsen. You see him fire down. You hear him. You know what he says. Call over to some captain obscured by the leafy wood to his right. What are you doing, Olsen?
I don't know.
Yeah, Olsen. What are you doing, Olsen?
With Figaro on deck and Borax next.
Alright, well, seeing as the majority of these people are elves, and have I seen that they transformed and were druids? So they were nature-loving folk? Do I know that?
Well, did you see
Oh,
them
you
go
saw-
turn into from swans into humans?
You saw the one in front of you transform from a swan into an elf.
I feel like based on the commotion that there's no coming back, at least on the orc side. So
Picking sides already.
from my tree, I'm gonna look down towards the elf on the bottom. Should I take a shot at the orcs?
They're not there with you. This is your decision.
I'm gonna take a shot at the orcs on number 8
Orc number 8. Okay. Okay.
and try to.
Well, you're fucked.
I hope Gruggle doesn't see this. He's been.
Go ahead and make your attack.
I mean, there's no.
If only someone wise and experienced had told him, Ravik's gonna fuck you up if you do that.
Don't listen to him.
I haven't been playing with him for 2.5 years or anything. It's fine.
It's a 21.
21 hits. Roll your damage. Elf, you said orc number
8.
8. Okay.
That's 4 piercing.
4 piercing.
Is that minimum damage?
They don't know that it's not an elf up there. Well, it is an elf, but maybe it's one of the swan elves. Like, we don't
They
have
can
to
see.
declare.
He does have a little bit of cover because there's
Tree.
foliage and branches between him. But you hit him. You do that, just not great damage, but you see him take the shot and just kind of look up immediately into the canopy of leaves to try and locate what it was that hit him.
Doesn't have swan.
Did it from Olsen?
Yeah.
Figaro.
Could have fallen.
I can't see jack shit. I don't know what's going on. I heard some elves shout like, "Don't attack! Like, don't kill the strangers in the middle." And I'm like, "Cool, I'm good with that." So the only one I can see is the orc directly in front of me. Do I want to do something stupid? Would I have disadvantage to attack anyone because I'm blind?
If they're within 15 feet of you, no. Beyond that is blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
They're blind
Except
fighting.
for number 1.
Yeah.
And number 1, I did see get shot with a lot of arrows, so he's real fucked up, right?
Yeah, he's been hit. Number 1's been hit with a lot of arrows, yeah. Just a couple actually, but
Yeah.
enough. He's bleeding profusely.
I usually one side's gonna go down. So
No one knows my weapon. I don't look like I'm armed. Fuck.
The razor sharp playing card.
Yeah, I
slipping
know.
Into the back of his
I
neck.
usually throw it and then I get rid of it. I don't keep the weapon on the field. It's close range.
What are you gonna do? Decision time.
Betray her loyalty. That's what she's gonna do.
No, I don't have any loyalty to these orcs. They're convenient. They're not my party.
I should have had you guys run the orcs, and then once you turn the tables, have you run the elves.
Yeah, that would have been fun, wouldn't it? Unfortunately.
let's restart the session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of pressure off me too.
No, I'll hold.
Honestly, I think we decided that.
Yeah, no, I'll hold my. So I'm going to hold my action to attack one if he looks like he makes aggressive moves towards us.
Okay. All right. I get an orc or an elf. Orc.
The orc one. I
Okay.
can't see any fucking else.
Okay. Yes, true. You don't know what's attacking him. All right. Cool. So Figaro's holding her action. Borax.
I'm of the opinion that if it looks like the other people are gonna win, I want to be on the winning side. That's who I am.
Now your horse is kind of bucking and braying right now. She was able to keep hers under control.
I've been the only one riding these horses for 4
Yes,
days.
but now you're off it. So
So
it's with you, but you can either let it go, or you can try and pacify it.
I will try and pacify it.
Okay. All right.
Shooting it.
Horse meat.
Yeah.
That will be a 9.
9. Okay. So it doesn't jerk away, but it doesn't seem any less frightened. You're able to hold on to it, but it's still trying to get away from you. All right. Does Borax want to move?
No, if I had to take that action, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. Elf number 9. Elf number 9's in the back.
Yes, elf number 9 is the back. They're surrounded.
He's the one in the dead center.
It's next to.
Oh, right in front of
all that
the druid.
shenanigans going on.
You've got 3 orcs around him.
Okay. All right. So elf number 9 is going to attack the one that just attacked. Is going to attack Gruggle.
Roll.
If he can get to him.
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to make. He's using his rapiers at this point, and whoa! Fucking second night net 20. These guys are hitting hard. Wow. All right, Gruggle. See if you can live this one. This is going to be a lot of damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, rolled shitty. Okay.
Unfortunately, he doesn't allow silvery barbs in our campaign.
That's fair. Well, the way that
That's fine.
Since it's not on the character sheet, since you can't add that as a spell.
It's not in D&D Beyond?
Nope.
the way that I did it.
So, Gruggle gets hit, and doesn't seem as bad as the last strike that he got, but he's still taking a lot of damage, and he looks weakened. I was gonna bring up orc number 1, and he's the one over by Figaro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's trying to see who it was that shot him. Who's he got next to him? Anybody? Let me.
He's surrounded by the party. He can't see through. You've got Orc 8 blocking Elf D2, and
Who
then
did
you've got
shoot?
Olsen in the sky.
You.
I don't know.
You have an elf next to him over there?
Back in.
This elf, no, he doesn't have any elves near him. You've got 2 elves in the
Me
trees.
and Figaro are good.
All right. So he can't seem to find in the up in the trees who it was that struck him. I'm gonna have to come over there and look at this.
Well, that's what I was asking. I wanted to make sure he didn't think that is the one.
He could, he could think it was Olsen. I don't know if he could see Olsen in the trees that shot him.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't. He was looking up there trying to find him, and he couldn't. His passive is so terrible. He's almost standing over here protectively. And these guys are surrounding
He's
them.
protecting
Let's talk
all
about
the
who actually did shoot.
Hey.
Because I shot this.
Oh, you shot that one.
Yeah, I was shooting because this elf was
Right.
surrounded. This is who I shot. I shot 8, and we did say 8.
Okay, well, I took the damage off of 8. I thought that was
all
8.
right. No, that is.
That is 1. Okay. So this guy isn't even looking for Olsen.
Cool. That's why I was like,
And you can't get a shot at him. He doesn't know these guys are there.
But he could run up and get him.
He might, but
get the
Remember, this isn't blocking him. That's just up in the trees. He can go right
that's
through
right.
there and get flanking.
You know
There
what?
is
He
a
will.
plastic stand in the forest.
He will. That's what he'll do. He'll just run up and draw his rapers. Battle axe.
What?
Sorry. Too many
Run. What this?
Orcs with rapers. It can't happen. Making a strike, missing the fucking elf. Okay. Who was it again? That was elf number 9, or orc number 1, right?
That was orc
Yeah.
number
Number
1.
1 is attacking elf D2.
Okay. The fellow up in the tree with Twig. He walks directly over to you. What are you wearing outwardly as far as a weapon?
I have a crossbow on my back. That's about it.
Okay.
But it's not like in your hand or anything.
She never brandished.
Just my claws.
Not an orky battle axe.
Are your claws out or?
No, they're
Okay. So he comes over and tells you, go down the tree. Just go to the bottom. And he waits for you on your turn to move if you choose to. If he's holding an action, you don't know, but he's demanding that you leave the trees and go down to where the battle is. Orc number 5. Is he over
He's
on
over there by the druid.
Okay,
He's the one orc that doesn't have flanking.
but he's got an elf. Is he close to the
He
elf?
does have an elf in front of him.
Okay, so he's gonna attack that elf.
A wounded elf.
The wounded elf hitting him. Okay, so he's gonna do some damage on him with his great axe. Whoops, wrong one. Who's that elf in front of him? What number?
9.
Number 9? Okay, all right, so this just staggers the elf as he just rips into it, ripping through his chainmail armor and deep into the body of the elf, doing some significant damage. Elf number 2 with Philadelphus on deck. Elf number 2 is,
Number 2 is the one surrounded right over here
okay, surrounded.
in the middle.
All right, so he's gonna make an attack on the orc number 8 that just got hit by your.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 rapier attacks, both of them gonna hit.
Roll ones, roll ones. Save our orc friends.
And you said it was 8?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, taking a devastating blow, but the orc is still up. Okay, but barely. I mean, he just looks like he's staggering on his feet.
Sort of like Orc 1.
Yeah. Philadelphus, what are you doing?
Philadelphus, who can actually see what's going on around him, just sort of nods. Serves you right, you filthy heathen.
Are you like narrating to the rest of them that can't see? Or are you just keeping it all to yourself?
No, he's more angrily muttering. Feels you right. Serves you right for following your false gods. And then he's going to
he
use
muttering
healing
in-
word on the fallen elf, right? Yeah.
Okay, what number's that?
D3.
Okay, elf number
Is gonna
3.
get 5 hit points back.
5 hit points back. Okay, so he's gonna come to consciousness.
He does that under his breath, so it's not obvious. Who's you got?
Roll a stealth.
Sure. It's only verbal component, so there's no other sign. Oh,
Natural 1.
But there's no orc around you, right?
No.
So
One. Oh wait, yeah.
No,
oh, he
we're-
moved. Oh, he moved. Yeah.
So-
All totally.
had he been there,
They probably
Had
heard
he
it,
been
but they
there,
didn't know
I
what
would
it did.
try to kill him.
Yeah.
Well, I've always played, like, what is the range of healing word?
60
30
feet.
Is it 60 or 30?
60.
60.
60 feet. So your verbal component has to be
reach
loud
it.
enough to be heard from 60 feet.
Well, with a nat 1, I agree with that. Nat 1, I'm sure it
Everybody
was.
I don't know if
well, how far is the elf? Oh, which elf are you talking about?
D3, this guy.
20 feet away, 30 feet away.
Oh, she did have to shout.
Everybody would have heard him.
Yes, he did have to shout.
Everyone's at like a minimum 30-foot range.
Okay.
He had to shout, but are the intentions of the word obvious? I mean, for anybody watching, it just
That
looks like
one
this.
says yes.
Well, you're also in the middle of a battle, and would anybody necessarily pay attention to that?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And if he said it in common, the orcs wouldn't understand him.
Apparently. Philadelphus, is that it for him?
Only on tackles, I think. Yeah,
That's it for Philadelphus?
that's it.
All right, yours
He
is up.
takes a dodge action. Sorry. That's
Okay.
it. Oh, yours is up. Shit.
No, when your action, oh no, healing word is bonus. Okay.
Yeah, healing word's a bonus. Dodge is action. Eurus can't see shit, so he's just gonna keep taking the dodge action and standing near Figaro looking.
So he would have clearly heard Philadelphus, but may not know exactly what he did.
Philadelphia says, "Who's it got all the fucking time?"
I know.
This is how he has conversations. This is how he hypes himself up.
Are you invoking who's it got?
If I come out of the tree,
Because you're not.
I don't
Nothing
know what
happened.
Gus wants to do.
Nothing happened.
then what if I go that
I'm
way?
gonna tell Gus.
All right.
Technically, you can leave into this square because if you come down like this, like the side of the tree, you know.
Twig.
Yeah.
So
Come
you were
down
just
right
you were
here.
just asked
You're out of
to
that range.
I would
vacate the tree. Do you comply?
You can also move to a different tree.
I won't have you at my back. I need you down the tree now.
Please protect my friends. I can help. And then she'll use her feline agility to take her movement all the way over here with her buddies.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, she'll cast healing light on the druid for up to 2 points of healing.
You can hold
It's a small gesture.
an action to your movement. Hold an action to move, right?
Like a what?
Or does it have to be
That's
like as a second move?
Let's see.
I
Action
believe.
to dash. and then-
Yeah,
Holding
dash.
something is just. Oh, well, I guess if you hold the dash action, yes, because you have to hold an action.
Because he was going to follow her down if.
Well, I'm not dashing. I'm using my special feline agility.
Wait, no, but I'm just saying for him to follow you.
I don't know if you can hold an action to move because a movement isn't an action.
Right. Well, unless it's a dash.
Technically, a dash is a dash action.
But I'm not dashing.
No,
No,
The
I'm
guy that
talking
was
about-
Oh, the
following
guy. Oh, he's following.
Yeah, your
me.
movement's fine. Yeah, it's him whether or not he can follow you. We'll see
I see.
about that in a minute. So
So he was holding his dash action
if he could, I just
until he saw her move.
right, exactly.
Okay,
So
yeah, I
if he
would-
can
yeah.
do that,
I'd say that worked.
that's what he'll do.
So you want him to follow her?
As far as her,
But no, he'll only go
straight down.
3 feet. He'll just get down to the bottom of the tree and watch her just scamper away. But actually,
And then see her heal.
Oh, but wait, if it's the dash action, he should be able to make it all the way over there.
If
Unless
that's
he
where
only
he
has
was
15
going.
feet of
What was
speed.
so he's going to action surge and use his action to
Dash again.
dash again.
Yeah.
So that'll get him another 30 feet. Right? So,
Yeah.
okay.
Still
So,
can't see him.
however that works.
So he's following her.
Yes.
Visible.
All right.
All right, so that was completing. Anything else, Twig?
You got the 2 points of healing for the druid.
For
My bonus action.
Oh, the-
healing light.
what would you use?
Healing light.
Okay, 2 points.
2 points
Okay, all right,
on the green woman.
all right.
That's a little bit more obvious, right? Like we can see that you did that.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at, I mean, she's in your.
She's moving double
circle.
her speed. If they notice that, then
She could have done it in the trees while she was going.
I can't see you.
I mean, it's called healing light.
Okay, orc number 8.
I've been seeing.
He's in that mass over there with the druid, or.
Let's
This is
see.
8. I don't know if my hand is even on screen.
Oh, okay, he's over there with the elf.
Yes.
So he's gonna make his great axe attack against the elf. Messes. Orc number 3.
One elf.
He's back on the other side, right?
Yes, the one that is now.
Is he closer?
You just can't see him. He's right.
Okay, there.
And
Okay.
he has flanking.
And he is flanking. Yep. So.
Killed that elf.
Oh, that one's gonna hit.
Oh.
What elf? What's the number of that elf to?
D2.
D2 goes down.
He goes down. So the axe attack puts him down as he's split through, and one elf down, the other one coming back up. Okay, so I was going to bring the druid.
Did you skip D3? Or did their turn already pass?
They were healed. So
They were healed, and so basically,
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
where's D3 right now?
Standing up in the middle of nowhere.
No, he's going to spin and attack that one.
sure.
Number 8.
Good call.
Oops. Hey, they're elves, man. They only make good calls. Yeah, so 2 flights of arrows. Both miss. Whoa.
He did just almost die, so he's
Well,
probably getting.
They just fall short.
Since you like killing your orcs, I mean, you got literally orcs on either side of him. Misses could have hit them.
Well, they weren't that bad a minute.
All right.
Okay, and then we have the dwarf. The
dwarfs?
no, not the dwarfs. The
This is getting crazier and crazier.
I know I can't keep them all together. You can do interesting things.
Druid?
Yeah, the druid. She's last in the turn order. Yeah, so she's gonna heal herself. Okay, and that's gonna bring us to the top of the order with orc number 2. What the hell's her?
So he
Where's
has
the female?
flanking on the regular elf. He does not have flanking on the druid.
Okay, so orc number 2 is gonna attack the elf that he has flanking on with his battle axe. Gonna miss, even with the flanking. Gruggle, who's standing over there, just clawing like an animal.
Still at the druid.
Yeah, still at the druid. And this time you see as he just goes into this frenzy. And where he was able to attack twice with his claws, I've seen like elongate and sharpen and lengthen the nails. Deadly vicious attacks 4 times.
Do they glow green?
They're not glowing.
He just seems to be going like
Radiant.
berserk or something.
Fucker.
But he's so angry he can't hit.
Apparently, I think actually he hit once, I believe. No, he didn't. He didn't hit at all. So all 4, just for naught. Elf number 1.
It's a blind fury.
Elf number 1
Up in the
is
tree.
up in the tree still.
In front of me.
Talking to Olsen.
Okay, he's gonna make another attack on 8 with 2 shafts. 1 hits, and that orc goes down.
Take him off the field or just lay him
Just
down.
lay him down.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, Olsen, you're up.
At this point, feeling super conflicted on what to do in general. I'd like to just start moving through the treetops away from the mass that is beneath me.
Now you're conflicted?
Yeah, I've been
After you
conflicted
already
so much.
attacked the person that was
Yeah.
helping us?
I wasn't sure what to do, so I took a shot in the moment, and then we're changing our mind.
A shot in the dark.
5, 10, 30, I'll go 35. There. Okay. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay, you're holding an action or no?
No, I'm just.
Okay, so you're there, and so you moved over. Figaro.
Okay, so I'm kind of tired of all this darkness bullshit because I can't see jack shit.
Actually, no. Yeah. Should an orc approach the party, I'll have it Aaron notch. Should they continue to come towards the party? Is that
Okay, all right. If an orc threatens the group, okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Only elves have threatened us.
I know.
Just saying.
That's why I'm just.
I'm going to use my action to. I have my hooded I have my target, like the bullseye hooded lantern thing. I forget if it's bullseye or hooded. I think it's hooded lantern, whichever. And I'm going to like use my action to to do like a little sleight of hand, light the lantern, because that's the only way I ever light anything, by looking like I'm doing sleight of hand.
Okay.
And like since it's hooded, I'm going to light the lantern and then cover it, so that way, like when I'm not using it on my turn, it's dark.
Okay, so
then,
the splash of light, and then you cover it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's you got some illumination within 5 feet of me, but you can't see past 5 feet.
So it doesn't illuminate beyond 5 feet, or it doesn't.
While it's covered, it doesn't
brighten
illuminate
the area.
beyond 5 feet.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Well, that's my action. I don't really want to move
Okay.
because I also can't see jack shit.
Stay where you are then.
Actually, Forrest, you like doing anything, or are we good cowering here? I'm good cowering here.
I do not know what is going on.
I don't know if we want to. Anyone?
Well, I think that actually works if you raise the thing on the front.
Do you want to help?
I hope so.
Exactly.
don't know what's happening.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll like.
Really in the dark.
Yeah, you know. Oh, you know what? Let me just check the range on my fucking lantern.
Probably 2020.
Yeah, probably at least.
It should be. Yeah, it's hooded lantern 2020 or. No, it's 30-30.
Okay, it's a bright lantern.
It's a yeah.
Usually just the group.
Well, we're grouping bright light.
Yeah.
You know what?
Don't blind the orcs. They'll just start shooting it into them.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll leave it uncut. Me feeling conflicted, I'm just gonna like, we need to know what's going on. Yeah, you see a little bit of strobe effect, and then like I leave it up
Okay.
so illuminated.
Okay.
So I'm going to have the lantern up, and like, if anyone would like to do anything, now's the chance.
So 60 feet diameter are around you.
Yes, 30 feet bright, and then 60 feet.
Yes, so radius 15 and 15. And so,
Well, 30-30, but 30 bright, and then
yeah. So that pretty much illuminates that whole area down there.
Yeah, you get some wicked looking shadows.
Yeah.
The horses.
And the trees and so forth that you're amongst. Okay. Borax, the place illuminates with light. You can see the elves, you can see the orcs battling the elves, and the swan now splashed with crimson. Swan, feathers.
Yeah. Borax is going to continue calming his horse and make sure that he's ducked down away from arrows.
Okay, all right. So, make your animal handling.
7.
7. What's your strength?
9.
9.
9. Make a dex save.
Why? I've already calmed it once.
Tiny fail.
Actually, it's better. Actually, this should actually be a strength contest. Really.
And there's light now.
There's light, and so it's gonna.
So the horse is
gonna
less.
terrify the horse more.
The horse is less panicked
You
now.
can smell the blood. You can see the carnage around it. Yeah, just roll the athletics is what you need, really, against the horse's strength.
-1, right?
7.
Does that roll? Does that thing roll?
That was a
anything?
different die.
I got him. I was hoping it would be better.
Oh man! Holy fuck! These things are strong.
They're
Well, yeah, it's a draft horse.
Yeah, so it gets away from you,
All right.
and it starts. Does it have a path of least resistance behind it? I guess.
Twig is gonna get trampled.
It can go
If
diagonal.
it goes forward.
Straight,
It can go diagonal
straight
because
back
it goes
into
like,
the woods.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I think
turn
it's
left
gonna-
and run over the elf.
No, it's not going to go anywhere. It's. I think if it goes, just turns and just heads back because there's nothing behind it that's going on, right?
no.
Correct.
It's got a corpse.
Yeah. So just move it 30, 40 feet, and that's as far as it goes for now. Some more X. You just lost some of your cover.
You're shoot it and it'll stop.
Blinding light all around you. What are you gonna do? You gonna move? Stay?
Gonna move over to the other horse.
Okay. Make your movements.
Hurt my horse.
Orc number 1. What is the situation?
On that side?
Orc number 1, real fucked up. He's over here. He's over a dead orc, or he's over a dead elf. There is another elf that is now standing up that it can see,
Yeah.
and it is
and
bright
it-
light
Yeah.
because I have lit a lantern and I'm in a direct eye line of
The only
Orc
elf
1.
around him is in the tree.
Oh, wait, this one is loud.
Orc 1 can see me clearly because I'm holding up a bright
one?
lantern. Orc
That's
3
30.
is
Where's 1?
one's this guy. He's a little guy.
Little guy. He doesn't have his bow anymore.
Then he dropped his bow.
Yeah. He was in this spot.
Corpse. He could probably get closer to pick up his bow.
He probably doesn't remember where he put it.
Well, he can see it now.
All right, so he's gonna make for this
So dash.
with a dash.
I
Yep.
was gonna say that was a fun one.
With his rapier, with his battle axe, charging And so that's orc number 1. The officer is down and sees this happening, is right there. So the officer is going to pull his rapiers and charge up to the orc that just charged up to the elf. And make...
Flanking. No.
Yeah, if he goes 5 more feet, he'll get flanking. It's in his range.
Yeah, if he can get he's only got 30 feet of movement, so, but if he can get there with that,
but
yes.
he's right there. Yes.
Okay, so, wow. That was orc number 1. You watch as he gets slashed with the rapier. One just kind of barely misses him. The other one just sinks deeply through its armor, hide armor, and
Why would he slash with the piercing weapon?
pierces, whatever. He misses. And the second one hits, and that's going to bring the orc down. So he goes down.
That's
Orc number 1. Okay, orc number 5 is he over there with the druid?
nope. That's 2 and 9.
Where's orc number 5?
Bree's over here.
Dead?
Great question.
I think orc number 5's dead.
No,
No, orc
this
number,
number
That's
5.
5.
orc
Okay.
number 5 is right in front of elf number 9.
Okay, so
Oh, I saw the 9 on the elf. That's
And
why.
he
Okay.
may also have flanking.
Yeah, there's like
Yes,
3 numbers.
he has flanking.
okay, he hits that elf, and that was elf number
9.
9.
9. Elf number 9. I thought elf number 9 died.
Nope.
Nope.
6 is down.
It's elf D2 is down.
Elf 9 should have died. He's been chopped 11 times.
D2 is down. D3 was down. We healed him back. This is orc number 9. Or
Yeah, there's no
six.
elf number
This is
6.
orc number 6. And then this is elf number 9.
There's
6
okay.
is down, 9 is up.
9.
So what's the number of the elf that's right in front of him?
9.
9.
9 is the only elf that you gave a little number tag to. The
Yeah.
others got dice, and the others weren't.
All right, some got messed up here.
Everyone, this is why it's important to have.
It's been hit a
good
couple
tracker.
times. It's fully surrounded by people.
Yeah, no, I see he is. Do
What
you
elf was-
have elf number 2?
This was 2.
D2 is down.
D2 is down. Okay.
Yes, and D1
We don't know
is
if
up
D2 is
in the
dead.
tree still.
Yeah,
Okay.
D1 hasn't
And
shown.
D3 just came up.
And D3 got healed.
Yep. All right. Oh, this must be him. All right, got it. Okay. All right, so that was elf number 5 that just attacked.
Orc.
Orc
Orc
5.
number 5.
Elf
And so Philadelphus is up with the elf that just came up on deck, elf number 3. Philadelphus, what are you gonna do?
What about elf 9? He didn't die from that?
No.
Maybe elf 9 is a beefy elf.
Unless I've been putting damage on another one, but elf number 9 that I have has health left.
Gotten, a lot of them have attacked him, but not a lot of them have hit. He's
And
dead.
unless you guys have been 6 and 9 or look the same, except that there's a dot at the bottom of 6.
So yeah, no. Not elf. Yeah.
So anyway, Philadelphus.
It's on the table.
Philadelphus is just gonna continue taking the dodge action, have his arms crossed, watching everything around, kind of looking at the other party members for what they're doing, and he's gonna ready. Actually, I have to use my action to ready an action, so he will ready his action to cast Healing Word on D2 elf when 3 orc leave.
Would it help if we cleared the dead bodies off the board?
No, I'll leave him there because that's difficult terrain going over him.
Okay.
Okay. And so elf number 3, who is up, can attack orc number
3.
3. Okay. All right. So with his rapiers, making 2 attacks, hitting once, and he
Wait,
does.
Yeah, where's this
Where's
guy?
Orc 3?
Orc 3 is right there. He has no.
Elf 3 is over here.
Yeah, elf 3 is attacking the orc. Is there an orc there?
No.
No.
You said
Oh.
rapiers.
Yeah, he's got rapiers.
No.
These
can't
these
get to
are
that at all.
2 elves.
Elf number 3 that just came up.
This
Elf
is
number
an
3 that
orc.
came up. Orc 3 is within bow range, but not within.
These are 2
Okay,
elves.
can he move up?
Everything's dead.
He can't move far.
He
enough to
could
get to
get
the
number
orc.
2, maybe.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll
go
go
to
to
there.
2.
All right, then he'll do a
He'll just.
You can shoot at this one.
He could get rapiers on 2, or rapiers at the back of the shaman.
Yeah, if he can get over to the shaman, that's where he will go. If he's got the movement to do so.
Yeah.
You've now got flanking on the
Okay,
shaman.
on the shaman.
Yeah.
All right, so the attacks will stand. Let's see if the other one that makes the other one hit. No. So the shaman's gonna take a little bit of damage.
Maybe he won't. Maybe he will
Alright.
choose not to as a legendary lair action.
You never know. Then Eurus with Twig on deck.
Yours just keeps taking the dodge action.
Okay, Twig.
Twig is going to cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Now, if she's hit, is it an automatic reaction, or does she have to decide that it's a reaction?
I think it's auto.
I believe it's automatic if someone hits her.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta get
melee.
you arcane
right?
spell card.
Range.
I know.
Okay.
Bring it back one.
So she's gonna cast
I've got one.
Armor of Agathis on her. And anything else? Is she gonna move or stay where she is?
She will stay where she is.
All right. So orc number 3 is he in that druid cluster?
No,
Orc number
he's
three
all
is
the way
all the way over
around
here.
himself.
Oh, is he?
By
Oh,
fallen D2.
Yeah.
okay.
You have
All
5
right.
temporary hit points.
That's right.
All right. So he orc number
And they
3.
automatically take 5.
If they hit you
Well,
while
Orc
you
number
have
3,
the-
he can clearly see. Like, I've got a
lasts for
lantern.
an
He can
hour. Nice.
probably see.
Well, they have dark. Oh yeah.
And I'm protected by
All
magical
right. He's gonna run up
frost.
behind the captain, but it's gonna require his dash.
Who's it got? 6 points to D2.
Okay.
Does the orc see you heal his enemy?
Not if
Just
he's
wait for
running
him
in
to
that
run away.
direction.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just a verbal component.
Yeah, and you just shout about who's a god whenever you're.
Yeah.
How many points is that elf?
6.
6. Okay. Note here that these guys
So
are
D2 is
alive.
back up at 6.
All right. So D2's back up. You can go and stand him up.
We did. I turned it around.
Okay, and so it's going to be that one, the orc number 3, and then we have the druid that is being just savaged by Gruggle.
No, Rugel's been attacking the druid.
Yeah, this is druid. Druid's up. Okay, so once more, she's going to drop this fiery rain on Gruggle, hoping. No, she didn't do that on Gruggle before. It was an orc, wasn't it?
Yep.
And so,
I think it was orc number 5 when she came running in.
wow.
Shit damage or did he
1 damage. 1 point of damage.
No, that number 1 was his save. So this is gonna be hurt. This is gonna hurt.
Maybe it won't.
Oh no, it will.
Gruggle was already looking rough.
I like Gruggle.
Gruggle should have opened up to me. I'm so salty.
He did. He told you not to talk.
If he had opened up to you, then you might be more attached to him.
I need to know what kind of riz this orc has.
What kind of riz? I gotta know if Zendrelda's gonna get.
Gruggle goes down under the fiery rain of this radiant energy, just in agony as it swore over him, until he just finally lies still. But as the burns and so forth are covering him, we'll get to that in a minute.
Bonus action healing word on the orcs.
Bonus action, take the drugs.
Orc number 2. Is he over there in that
He
cluster?
is
Who's he closer to?
the druid.
All right, so he's gonna make an attack on the druid. He sees Gruggle go down. He's gonna make an attack. Wow.
Is he disheartened by the loss of his leader?
No, he
And
has advantage by seeing his leader die.
No, he attempts to flee. So both
That's
does-
2 attacks of opportunity.
from the druid and the warrior. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
D3?
does he get it from D3?
No, because that one was on the other side. He had flanking.
It sucks for a roll. And then
Does the orc get away? Or does he get got?
Well, he can only run 30 feet into the forest if he can get away. He takes a little bit of damage. You said that was orc number
2.
2. I don't think the druid was holding a weapon.
If
And
they had
they're
a
not-
shield, they would have had a free hand to cast spells.
But they might not be Warcaster.
That's
Yeah, so she doesn't attack as he
That's like
runs
it
away.
would've had-
So he's able to get 30 feet directly off into the forest. So
Yay.
if you can move him to as far as he can.
I did.
Oh, okay. And so that's it for him. Elf number 1,
Right here.
D1 up in the trees.
he's up in the trees. Okay, so he's got an attack.
There's a standing orc by the captain.
Yeah, that's who he's going to attack. That's number 8? Mm-hmm. Okay.
No. This is number 3.
Yeah, that's number 3.
Number 3, eight's down, 1's down.
Okay, so number 3 is by the captain?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 shafts toward him. Hits once. As... Okay. Sorry, it's orc number 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that's it. And then that's going to bring up Olson, Figaro, and Borax. Olson, what are you doing?
I want to fire it.
Then do it.
do it.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one that's running away.
Okay.
Because I feel like at this point, whether we've established that we're helping the elves or not,
I mean, we've
any
been
of them
healing
get
all the
away.
elves.
I know, but if any of them get away, it could be a problem.
If anyone has had a reason to shoot at the orcs, it's you.
I think
That's a 19.
19 hits.
That's 8 points of piercing.
Okay. So he kind of stumbles but keeps going. It's orc number 2, right?
Whoever's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he's running. You had to shoot through some branches and leaves as he's getting into the forest. Probably going to be last unless somebody else. Figaro, you're up.
Figaro doesn't have the range for that. So, I can see the writing on the wall. I'm attacking a former ally. Would I have advantage to shoot in the back? The orc number 3.
I mean, no.
No, just straight.
Well, where you?
I'm over here. It's that guy there.
Yeah, you don't even have flanking. You're not getting advantage.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your attack against him if you like. It's orc,
Attacking an ally. Wow.
orc number 3.
Yeah, hey, I can see the writing on the wall. Orc number 3.
Okay. Make your attack.
If I get sneak, do
with
I
the
get
card?
sneak attack if I hit him?
Yeah.
That's the only weapon I use. I theoretically could use
You're
the
not
bow.
considering him an ally anymore, so.
No, I'm not.
And the elves are now your ally,
No.
presumably.
Yeah, 21?
21 hits.
Cool. That is 8 points of damage.
Against orc number 3.
But you said if the elf does count as her ally now for sneak attack or no?
Yeah, because he's attacking.
That was right.
Did you roll sneak attack? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, I missed it.
I
Sorry.
challenge that the elf would be a neutral party. They're not allied with
It's-
us.
As long as it doesn't have to be an ally with us, as long as a enemy of theirs is within.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it's an enemy of an enemy is my friend for sneak attack.
As long as no one is attacking the elves, which none of you have done. And so there was orc number 3 that you hit with the card?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so he takes the damage from a card in the back.
Razor sharp card in the back.
Anything else from Figaro?
Eh, he looks pretty fucked up, but I'm assuming he's fine.
Oh, yeah, he's still up, yes.
If another enemy of the target is
You're down on legally? I asked you.
I'm
yours-
about to.
Yeah, cool.
Eurus is looking in horror at what's happening.
Borax is up.
Yeah, Borax is up.
Boras is also looking in horror at both Figaro and Olsen.
Valid.
you don't see.
You
Yeah, I
can now
can.
because of the
I've got a lantern next to me.
trees.
You're 30 feet up in a 60-foot bright light. Yes, I can see you.
Well, he's still obscured by a lot of branches and so forth up there.
Except he moved all the way over
Oh, yeah,
here.
he did. Yeah, he's like literally right above you.
Yeah.
Oh, if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet, so yes.
So now I'm gonna take my action to dodge if I have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Valid.
So the elf officer is going to turn and attack that the orc that was behind him. But as he does so, hits him once, and a little bit of damage on him from the one rapier strike. Still up. I mean, the guy is just like barely on his feet. Got a card in his back, a rapier in his gut, and he's just standing almost like he's being held up. And then we have orc number 5. Where is he?
Orc number 5 is next to elf number 9.
Okay, so he's gonna make an attack. Is it 9? Oh, 9, yeah. Okay, 1 hit. And that's enough. He goes down.
Elf 9?
Elf 9, yep. Elf 9 goes down.
I think it's our druid right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so little druid looking on in horror. Philadelphus, what are you doing? Oh, no, we got elf number 2. Where's elf number 2?
Elf number 2, all the way over here.
He's back. He was down. I think he was.
Elf was down, is now up.
Over here.
Anywhere he can run to?
He can, 1, 2, 3, 4,
You can also-
No,
5,
he can only move 3 because we
Oh, yeah,
stood
you're
him
right.
up.
He can
Yes.
only
Yeah, he stood up so he can only move, and then he
He
can
has a bow,
dash.
right?
It's on the ground somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So basically, he's rushing with his
He'd have
his
to
rapiers.
dash to get close to anyone.
Okay, then he'll use his dash and what's left of his movement to stand after standing up.
He can
If
dash
he
to get up
dashes,
to
he
the
can get
orc.
right behind that guy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the one that the captain's on.
Yep, he could dash, he gets flanking.
Okay, all right. So he'll get there. Field office. You see everything, all the
Increasingly
elite you see is
obvious
just
what's
twisted.
happening.
He can't say any more good words.
No, I know. He's out of spell slots.
Does it matter what's increasingly obvious what's happening? We were.
Does that make it right?
Field office is a little thick-headed.
Kind of, we've ended up,
Philadelphia's
I understand what Philadelphus is, but I want the rest of you to remember that we're not murder hobos, and we said we're not going to kill these orcs. They're helping us get to the road, and you guys all just said, fuck that. I'm killing them because somebody else is.
My theory is that they're orcs. They're not that smart.
So what? Then don't
Regardless-
fucking work with them in the beginning. Why kill people that are going out of their way to help us?
So once the one
accomplish
gets
our
away, whether
mission.
we damage them or not, I don't think that if they ever come back, they're just going to be like, oh yeah, they decided not to hit us. We like these guys. I don't
No,
think it
why
matters.
didn't we fight the elves then?
number 5 can make a DC
Because I
13
chose to start
wisdom
fighting
save.
who was the losing side.
A DC 13
Okay, so
Listen
you
to
have
me.
no loyalty to
fails.
your allies.
I didn't have,
You're just going for the
I
underdog.
would argue they're not necessarily my ally. It was
Yeah,
kind of
what-
put upon me. We didn't.
It's a
If
group
we
of
didn't,
orcs.
if we didn't want to
We
fight
were
them
kind
at
of
the
put
door.
upon each other. So does
happens
that mean
when
we
he
don't
fails
have
to save?
loyalty to each other?
we didn't choose them.
If you're
as
in a
allies.
fight, I should pick the stronger guy.
But we also didn't cut down a bunch of trees and litter a bunch of crap and walk through the wood. Like, you
So
know.
what?
So
I'm sorry, Rebecca.
It's not my wood.
they're not
I didn't realize the spell
100%
wasn't
good
on the character
guys.
sheet. Toll the Dead is a D10, right?
What?
He's
Dead?
injured.
If he's injured, it's a D12.
Thank you. 11.
11 points of damage.
Of,
Number 5. Okay, he goes down
all right,
as the
so,
bell tolls loudly throughout the forest.
Is that the orc?
Is that the one that ran away?
number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Was that it for Philadelphia?
That's it for Philadelphia.
Elf number 3. Where is he?
Elf number 3 is right
Over here
right-
by the druid.
by the druid and all the dead ones. He could probably close distance with a fleeing orc.
He has a downed ally near him and
Oh,
a fleeing
down.
orc in front. So it's up to him.
And a standing orc behind his captain.
Well, I can't do anything for the elf on the ground. So. Alright, so he's gonna go make an attack on the elf that's on the or on the orc that's on the captain. So he's already stood up. Number 3.
Is he gonna?
Yeah, so he's gonna go over the rapiers. So he's gonna,
Oh, okay.
does he have the range?
I think he
The
can go
movement?
30 feet in either direction.
Yeah, he can reach him.
Okay, so yeah, so he'll rush up behind that orc.
Not behind him, but he can reach him.
Well, are there orcs over there? They're all dead, right?
Yeah, there's one orc over here,
Yeah.
and then there's
One fleeing.
one.
Yeah,
Run
all right,
away.
yeah. Okay, so hits with one strike against the orc on the captain, doing a little bit of damage. Okay. That's orc number 3, right? And he goes down. That orc goes down. Eurus with Twig on deck.
Is there any more?
There's one fleeing orc.
Yeah, he's disappearing into the
There's
forest right
three
now.
orc, there's
He's number 8, right?
Two.
Two.
Number 2. Does the druid go before the orc gets his next movement?
Yeah, he's at the top of the round.
Orc 2 is at the top
Eurus
of
is
the
going
round,
to
so
take his
no.
action to kind of go into PTSD mode as he's just looking around at the orcs they were traveling with, dying left and right, and just start hyperventilating.
valid.
That's about right. Twig?
Is that horse still only 40 feet away, or did he?
Let's see, he
Continue
moves,
to
he's
move.
moving on Borax's turn, so he's like another 80 feet into the forest.
Okay, no. He can't catch him. At
Yeah,
this
he's like,
point.
"Shoom."
Oh, sigh.
We can try and find it later.
And there's only one orc standing.
Well,
yeah,
there's
one,
orc
yeah,
running.
fleeing. Disappearing into the forest.
She's gonna hold her action if no elf kills that guy before he's more than 120 feet out of her sight.
Well, it's going to be less than that because he's like moving into the, on his next turn, he's gone.
And
Yeah.
he's orc number 2.
Or there's a downed elf here. You can heal.
I don't know if you have any healing left.
I do, but I'm conflicted.
We've already, I'm an opportunist, chosen a side because we didn't have any loyalty to these orcs in the first place.
We chose a side?
We is a
Or
we does
some of
not mean
us.
you. We can be more than it can be people, not you.
It is sad that he has to write a letter.
What was she thinking?
Zendrelda.
That's Twig?
Way he's gonna tell Zendrelda. Oh,
Free action, I give you the one last
All right.
I have in the hopes that it'll reset you again, like it did the last time.
he doesn't think that this story is gonna.
Just
Well,
blankly
but we
holds
haven't
it.
really.
It's just,
We have been fighting the orcs. He's seen that, and we've tried to kill him too. All right, she's gonna take an eldritch blast at the orc number 2.
Okay, all right, make your attack.
That's 16 to hit.
Barely hits. Barely hits with the cover he has.
That's 3 force damage.
3.
3.
Nearly knocking him off his feet, propelling him forward. He still continues to run
Oops.
as if
Running for his life?
no, but I mean not as if by some divine Lothic inspiration.
it's 1 HP.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't moved yet, right?
Nope.
Is that it for Twig then?
No. She's gonna take her.
Feline agility.
No, I can only. Well, I can do that again because I didn't move last turn. Yeah, so she's gonna take her 60 feet to follow him. So I don't know where he is, but she's on his tail.
Okay. So as you run in pursuit, you see the druid turn to the last remaining orc that's fleeing into the forest, and once again that radiant, fiery rain falls down upon it. Barely misses his save, and with 1 health, I'm not even going to add up all the d8s. It's going to try to get to that guy down, and he just falls under the flame of the radiant flame from that spell, with the last orc going down. And you note as you gather back together, and the elves immediately, the elf captain goes over to the elf that's down, the last one that's down, revives him with a spell.
This one?
Yes, that you'd recognize as cure light wounds or cure wounds. the druid, not paying much attention to any of you immediately, looks down at Gruggle, just kind of kicks him. He seems to be sputtering blood, and you see his eyes are just looking around desperately. Any of you nearby? You're not initiative.
I have
30
taken
feet.
the initiative to go and retrieve my card from this guy's back
Okay.
because I don't like leaving any of my weapons behind.
Okay.
It's a very distinctive weapon.
I'm within 20 feet. If
No,
you
but I
call
mean,
that
you-
around. We're
yeah,
not
so-
immediately around him, no.
Right. Okay. So you can just see he's struggling. She kicks him and just looks down at him with disdain and walks over to check on her people before having any conversation with you. But you can see that he's struggling. He's a dying breath at this point as he's dying. He's technically dead, but for the flavor of it.
We'll walk over and hold his hand while he dies.
And as he's gushing up blood, spraying up on your robes and clothing, he just, last words. Zendrelda, sorry. And then he goes off into oblivion.
Dead.
Dead.
Ah, damn it, I was gonna try and sneak in and healing light him as we were leaving.
He would still be fucked. They would just kill him again.
Well, I was gonna try and wait till they were moving on and just give him enough to wake him up and send him on his way.
And as we close this session,
Yeah, just kidding.
the druid and the officer, the other elves, she's been having a short conversation with the officer, and the elf that you were speaking with just turns and looks at all of you, beckoning you over. You got it?
Anyone know the way to the main road?
Did you go back over to her? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go-
My hands are up.
I go back over to the horse. So over towards her, but also I'm keeping this horse.
Okay.
We're not losing another horse. I had an
gone,
emotional
or is it only
attachment.
just
He's
over
gone.
there?
No, he's gone.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which one?
And then run
The one
away.
that's
Stripey
right
horse.
here. Did he fully just disappear, or is he just sitting 50 feet away?
No, he was.
Oh no, no.
probably
He's
thinking
like
of-
120.
Yeah.
Now beyond that, into the forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go.
And she
Really?
just looks at you all as a group. You have much explaining to do. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Must be
Very confusing episode with orcs and elves battling each other, the party in between.
We have explaining to do?
What a mess.
There was no way one side of that wasn't done.
And I honestly thought that that the orcs were gonna eat us, so I wasn't sure.
No, you didn't.
A little bit of me
because
did.
he told his
Or turned
people,
on their
don't
own.
kill them.
kill them.
Yeah,
And
you're
we
right.
said, same rules apply to us, guys. Don't kill them. And we're all like, oh, yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, just for your edification, since it's over and they're all dead, obviously he had some loyalty to Zendrelda. And as Zendrelda told you before, she relies on the orcs to... She's not happy that they're there. She knows that they traveled through there. She didn't want any trouble with them, and so she basically bribes them. She had this Gruggle. She had developed a relationship of some sort.
But she
Seemed
also
kinda heavy.
has relations with Jaru too. So.
Yeah, well, she's a lonely sorceress.
They were orcs. They're bad.
She's a lonely sorceress in the woods, building a tower for a flood that she thinks is going to come one day, which might. Who
I'm
knows?
just saying, she might, not be fully on the orc side if she's, she's.
But there seems to be a lot more compassion and empathy with this particular orc, and he was going to faithfully take you where he said he would, because he didn't want to disappoint her. But the caveat was, if you guys fucked with them in any way, they were going to try and kill you
Yeah, I figured.
and make you disappear, and he would just lie to his beloved that he had taken you faithfully to the high road, because that's how orcs are. So that insight you were talking about, that's where that came from. So,
I figured there was no way that, if I didn't, I couldn't do anything until it was too late to help orcs anyway.
well, I just love the duality of how do you deal with this? You're being escorted by orcs through the fucking gnarly woods.
Okay.
The guy called out to just not kill us.
and not for just everyone to stop for a moment. I was like, they're not. There's
Well,
no
he
way.
said, I don't know about the rest. To be fair, all he said was, I don't
Sure,
know
but
about the
Once
rest.
it was continue killing the orcs, you're not stopping again for a whole nother round of combat to get everyone to live.
Well, the elves were going to let the
Got
orcs
even
live.
made.
There's no way they were going to let the orcs live.
No.
So that wasn't even a conversation they were going to have. And there's hatred between these two groups, and so that there was nothing to do. You were right. One of them was going to die,
Yeah.
one side or the other, and that's just the way that was going to roll. But as devious as that was, the moral complexities that were involved in that, the confusion of battle, and everything else. Thank you all for joining us, and hopefully they'll make it to the high road. They're only like an hour away at this point, and so I mean,
We ended up going the other.
who knows? Who knows what these swan maze may require of them at this point? Or maybe it'll be another battle. We'll see.
Twig's gonna steal those drugs out of his
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, Twig got to it first. She in front of you. And you note, it still has the little flower, though crushed
She's gonna leave that out in his hands.
with a little blood.
Orcs are not judging me further, so
Cross
I'm
his
waiting
hands
to
and
go up
put the
take
little
control.
daisy in his hands as it's crossing his.
Good night, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Wow, the moral position you guys are in.
Excited to see
What
what
to
Mike-
do?
What?